What up, guys? Welcome in. Give me 1 second. I'm getting my stream up now, actually. Let's see, Ravens Seahawks. Sorry, I was just a little behind getting it all started today, guys. I'm getting my actual game up now. Wookiee Sith joining us, and only the Sith deal in absolutes. Young Skywalker. All right, sorry, we're trying to get this game up. Here we are. Wow, Seattle's already punting? Wow, Baltimore started 3 and out. That's good news. I didn't have a chance to get all my storylines going here. Of course, the Ravens got a couple injuries dealing with today. Morgan Moses out at right tackle for the Baltimore Ravens, missing his second straight game, snapping his 134-game starting streak. Ravens, of course, also a little shorthanded at quarter without today Jalen Armour Davis, Rock Ya-Sin, and Marcus Williams at the safety position. So Baltimore might have a tough time today containing some of these elite wide receivers of the Seattle Seahawks. But here we are. We're going to get Lamar Jackson out here for his first opportunity of the day at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore. First and 10, 13:25 on the clock. Play action. Lamar rolling right. Short pass. That's going to be Andrews over the right side. And that's a gain of what looks like 14, bringing him just short of Baltimore's 35. Hey, welcome in, Oak. Welcome in, ES. Oak, man, why you gotta be like this every week, homie? Like, you supposed to be AFC divisional friends. Like, I'm joking, of course, 100%. We know. Good job. We'll go over some more stat lines here in just a moment once we get going a little more. Run going off the right. Looks like a little misdirection and nowhere on that time. That's going to be Jerron Reed, and it looks like Brooks on the tackle for the Seahawks. No gain. Looks like they gave him 2 yards, though. A little sus there. But so 2nd and 8. So, of course, Lamar Jackson of 17-1 all-time against NFC opponents. He's had their number. However, another stat line to counter that, Pete Carroll, since taking over the Seahawks, has won 15 of his last 19 games where he had to play at 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is a very impressive record. Oh, and that's going to be a false start on what looks like Zeitler of the Ravens, the right guard. Back him up 5. Welcome in, Tenchi. Tenchi Muyo? Oh, man, I forgot to set my fantasy football lineup. Oh, no. I hope I didn't destroy myself. Hey, Daniel Berry dropping in. What up, my guy? 2nd and 13 after the false start penalty. Lamar Jackson from a clean pocket. Got a man over the middle. That's Beckham, and ball's a little low for Beckham. Drops it, and I believe that's Witherspoon, the first-round pick out of Illinois, on the coverage there. Not too much missing on the Seahawks defensive side. Devin Bush and Kyu Blue Kelly, the draft pick actually by the Ravens that they took from us when we put them on practice squad, inactive. The big story both can be on both offensive lines, though, because Ravens are without Morgan Moses, that we talked about earlier. Seahawks are without guard Anthony Bradford, LSU, a guy me and Joe Stevens of Seahawks Talks had a good talk about in the preseason. Lamar going deep on the right side and overthrew it a little bit. Bateman had a step on him, but just balled too far. And with that, the Ravens, after a quick first down, have to punt. And we're expecting to see, guys, a knockdown, drag-out fight today. We're excited to watch that here. I'm going to slide off camera to take a dab, finally. Why is that? Sorry. My headset's all tangled up around my Xbox. Punt coming. He's going to try to return it, and not much on the return, maybe like 3 on the play. Looks like Seattle's going to take over around their own 30-yard line. So Jordan Stout, the punter of the Ravens, able to flip the field goal position or the field positioning there. And we're going to see Geno Smith coming out here for his second take with the Seattle Seahawks offense. With that, guys, we're on a commercial break. How is everyone doing today? How is your fantasy football team doing? Of course, the Titans beat the Steelers early on Thursday Night Football, and I believe the Chiefs just took care of business over in Germany. I was at the liquor store talking to the guy about that. But welcome in, everyone. Thanks for joining us today, and how is your Sunday going so far? Who do the Niners have this week? And same question to my boy Oak Squirrel. Who do the Bengals have this week? Or are they on bye? I think they're on bye, actually. No, that was last week. Oh, it's magic. So, of course, Baltimore Ravens 3-3 all-time against the Seattle Seahawks. Their last meeting in 2019, where we saw a 30-16 win to the Baltimore Ravens, where Lamar Jackson put up 126 rushing yards. And this is actually going to be Baltimore's first opportunity of the season to go on a 4-game win streak. So we're really hoping to get this and keep this momentum going. As you know, we talked about this a little bit on Joe Stevens' Seahawks Talk a little bit. Let me bring it back up. So, of course, the Ravens have just finished a harsh road schedule, including trips to London and to Arizona. So Baltimore finally getting to come back home a little bit. Baltimore's final 6 of their last 9 home games are at home, which would make you think we have it made for the rest of the season. However, 7 out of those 9 teams coming to play us at home have winning records at the moment, including a brutal stretch we're starting today of Seattle this week, Miami the following week, Cincinnati the following week, then San Francisco, then Jacksonville. So Baltimore's already got a hard stretch coming up just in the next 5 games, let alone 7 out of 9. So we've got to be hitting our stride now. Be able to play at home, catch fire, and get ready for this first round playoff bye. Hopefully. Bears are up 7-0 on the Saints. We got to go check in on that game a little bit. I think Tyson's getting another start, but... All right, back to the game here. We got a little push and shoving after that run play by the Seahawks after a short game. Hey, Terry, a.k.a. Minx, your favorite Ravenette, checking in. Welcome in. Thanks for coming back and seeing us every week. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend so far. Of course, we're looking to have a big game by Justin Madubuike today. The starting left guard of the Seahawks is out, so we're looking to try to expose that, I'm hoping, a little bit. But I don't see that formation yet. 2nd and 8, play action. Geno going deep left, and looks like he's got Lockett just out of bounds, but able to make the catch. It was hard to see on that live angle if he was in bounds, honestly. It's just such like a relaxed, chill ball, to be honest with you. Yep, great toe tap there by Tyler Lockett on the left side, it looks like. Yep, that's a perfect throw. Perfect throw, perfect catch. The ball looks so slow in the air. It looked natural and easy. 1st and 10, ball at the Ravens 49-yard line after that big catch by Lockett. Another play action, good pocket for Geno. He's having to step up though. Oh, gets out of a sack and almost sacked on the play, able to spin out of it and gain a couple yards. Geno making something out of nothing, looking Lamar-esque a little bit. Yep, good deep drop. That's Odafe Owe and Clowney able to get good pressure off the beginning, make him step up in the pocket, and he just gets away a little bit from that's going to be Madubuike. Actually, Odafe Owe kind of like clips Madubuike's legs out from underneath him, preventing Madubuike from getting the sack. Corner blitz coming, Kyle Hamilton, but a run going the opposite side, and that's going to be a gain of 1. I feel like you're going to see welcome in, Brian. Hey, thank you, my guy. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And yeah, we need to beat the Seahawks, that's for sure. Um, I feel like we've seen a lot of teams go into this outside zone run against the Baltimore Ravens. It's a good counter to that outside safety blitz that, like I said, we just saw Kyle Hamilton on that same blitz. That's the same blitz he got 3 sacks on, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Good way to counter that, just run outside to the opposite side and completely negates it and should give you an opening. 3rd and 4, Ravens bring a delayed, nope, it's a quarterback spy, and bat it down at the line of scrimmage. Let's go. Good job by the Baltimore defensive line to keep their eyes on Geno and look for the short pass. I believe that's going to be, Jadeveon Clowney. Again, just balling out for the Ravens this year. A pass deflected out at the line of scrimmage, matched up on the right tackle of the Seattle Seahawks, and just well played. 4th and 4, Seahawks do have the punter out there, basically at the 50-yard line. So we expect them to put the Ravens deep here. Punt is away. High punt from the Seahawks. They're trying to let it bounce, and that's a good bounce for the Seahawks. Down, it looks like officially the ref's going to put it at the 2-yard line of the Ravens. So 98-yard field to go for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens' second offensive drive of the day. Bryant says, okay, that's still the old chat. You need to beat them Seahawks. I know, man. Like I said, so we talked a little bit about, we're on commercial break, so let's break down a couple things we're looking at here in this game. We mentioned it earlier. Anthony Bradford, the rookie out of LSU, starting left guard for the Seattle Seahawks, out today. So if I'm Mac McDonald, like we did to Penei Sewell of the right tackle of the Lions, we need to expose the interior line right now of the Seahawks. I want to see Matabike basically lined up over the backup right guard every play, to be honest with you. Of course, we talked about the Ravens' final 6 of the 9 last games are at home, but 7 of those 9 are against winning opponents. So let's also talk a little bit about this defense. The Baltimore Ravens have been leading the NFL in sacks for quite some time. Of course, Justin Matabike leading with 6.5 sacks. Baltimore having more than 11 different players with a sack, a testament to Mike McDonald and the great defense that he's been running here in Baltimore. I don't know a single Baltimore fan that is unhappy with the Mike McDonald coming back and taking over the defense. But it's kind of funny because at the beginning of the last season, there were some people that were unhappy, with him. And I was telling the flock, I said, guys, chill. It's his first season back calling plays in the NFL. He's testing things. He's seeing what works, what doesn't, how well his personnel does, putting them in certain situations. Even I was yelling at him in preseason last year, rushing only 2 people on some plays. But again, he was feeling it out. So we love Mike McDonald here in Baltimore. If you haven't heard the rumors, and if I'll go off on tangents sometimes. I'll let people know if I'm talking conspiracy theory. But when I tell you I'm hearing rumors, I'm going to tell you this. I'm hearing the information from a lot of different areas with at least 2 credible sources. When I say I hear a rumor, that's usually internally probably my criteria. Case in point, I told y'all about the trend for the pass rushers. I've been telling y'all a bunch of stuff. I've been telling y'all about the dysfunction of the Raiders since before preseason. I've been telling you the whispers I heard. And that ain't even from our boy Hunter. I'm telling y'all. So the rumors I've heard is that Mike McDonald's in contention for the Raiders head coaching job, even if he doesn't want it. That they want him. Which is really sad as a Baltimore fan. And Lamar, weird, awkward jump and fall on that play. And Baltimore off to a slow start here on the quarterback keeper. All right, then we're going to get our scores ready across the NFL. 2nd and 12. Handoff going right and going nowhere again. If anything, a gain of a yard. Bringing up now a 3rd and 11 on the play with 8 minutes here in the first quarter. I got to check on that Bears game. I want to know who scored. I saw it was Komet, but I'm more interested in the quarterback. 3rd and 11, hard count here by Lamar Jackson. He's trying to get somebody to jump offside. They're shifting left, and they either going to take the delay of game, but yep. Basically, it's half distance to goal, so it's maybe a yard added on. I appreciate that. I think that's a smart call. You know, instead of fighting the game clock and, you know, you can maybe gain 5 yards by getting the defense to jump. Worst case, you lose a yard because it's only a half distance to the goal penalty next to the goal line instead of a 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 12 now. Lamar Jackson, clean pocket, got a man right. That's Bateman, but it's going to be short, sadly. And with that, another punt coming in this game. Hey, for those that don't know, my boy Tyson Bagent for the Bears, 3 of 4, 47 yards and a touchdown in the first half of the first quarter in the Bears game already. Already got them up 7-0 on the Saints. I tried to tell y'all about Tyson. Who's going to hire me? Please, please, please. NFL. I'm finishing up school right now, so I'll be ready for the just in time to start the scouting season, getting ready for the draft process. You know where to find me. Darwin's Raven on 20 on Twitter. Send me a slide in my DMs. I promise this is only a persona. I can be much more professional. But for all those joining us, welcome in. We're in what me and Joe kind of talked about, a pretty knockout, drag-out type of game, back and forth right now. I definitely wanted to see the Ravens offense get off to a little bit hotter start. So let's jump across the NFL since we're on a commercial break real quick. Of course, we got the Chicago Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints today. My boy Tyson Bagent, 4 of 5 now for 64 yards, a touchdown. Bears leading that game 7-0. We've also got Falcons taking on the Vikings today. Vikings trying to keep their hopes alive after the horrible Kirk Cousins Achilles tear. Not looking good for him right now. Falcons leading that game 3-0. Cardinals-Browns locked in a good game. The Cardinals defense actually pretty good under Rich Gannon and, of course, now the youngest defensive coordinator in the NFL. They're locked in a heater 0-0. Likewise, Packers, kind of a little surprising, honestly. 5 minutes left in that first quarter, so they're a little ahead of most of the other games across the NFL. But again, 0-0, so I'm guessing there's a lot of running and good first downs going on in that game, but no one able to capitalize. Buccaneers taking on the Texans today. C.J. Stroud looking to continue his Rookie of the Year season, basically, for the Texans. Texans lead 7-3. And final game ran on out the 1 o'clock slot. We got my friends Mark's Patriots taking on the Washington Commanders, who made a slew of trades, trading Chase Young and Montez Sweat at the trade deadline. They are currently winning 3-0 over the Patriots. Patriots fans have got to be absolutely frothing at the mouth right now. But I tried to tell y'all about Tyson Bagent, man. Go back and watch my draft special. I told you. And if the Cardinals win today with Clayton Tooney, guess what? I'm going to say I told you again. Because both of those, for those that are new to the channel, were featured on my offensive draft special where we only focused on every position group, basically second round or later. We actually, some guys, we ignored that because we love Josh Downs, the UNC kid that went to the Colts. But he was like borderline first, second on a lot of boards, so we ignored him. So again, we went for later guys, and I'm looking pretty good right now. I look like I could be drafting an all-pro team for some GM somewhere right now. I go anywhere, man. Giants. I'll do it. I'm telling you right now, though, if I go to the GM of the Giants, I'm investing at least 3 picks into the offensive line in this next draft, and I want minimum 11 to 13 picks in the draft. Minimum. But all right, back to the game, guys. Baltimore's defense, 4.2 yards allowed this season, lowest in the NFL since 2008, and of course leading the NFL right now with 31 sacks. There's our man, Mike McDonald, now up to 13 players with at least one sack. Again, most in the NFL. We love that young man. We hope he goes nowhere anytime soon. Baltimore with a heavy set brings a blitz, and that's going to be a good run stop. Kyle Hamilton able to get into the backfield early. Looks like they have shifted Malik Harrison, the former OSU linebacker, lining him more up on the outside to stop the run, which is something that I like to see because if you were here for our game preview with Joe Stevens of Seahawks Talk, I recently talked about how we've had some issues, I think, stopping the outside run game. And that's due to a little bit of our injuries at outside linebacker. So moving someone like Malik Harrison back to the outside a little more might help. 3rd and 3. Baltimore looks like they're bringing the house. Double A gap pressure. Looks like it's coming. They both back out. Oh, man. And Geno able to sneak a ball in to Tyler Lockett on the left side of the field. Extremely tight coverage on the play. But that's a great throw. I'm just confused how no one is able to get a hand on that ball. Oh, that's Roquan not able to get back out there after lining up in the A gap. Just a half a step behind. Handoff going right for the Seahawks. Good move. I think that's Walker and a gain of what looks like maybe 5. Nope, that's Charbonnet. And again, Chardonnay, one of the guys that we covered on my pre-draft special. Just saying. You're going to see this as a continuing theme throughout the day. I hate to repeat myself, but it's just empty backfield for the Seahawks on a 2nd and 6. That's a false start on the right tackle. Let's go. He's trying to point at the Ravens. That's obviously on the Seahawks. But, Kyle Van Noy able to. And Jason Peters, the Seahawks are having to sign guys off the street, basically, because I can't believe they didn't make a move at the trade deadline for a tackle, to be honest with you. Like, I know he needs some time to get back in shape, Jason Peters, but my gosh. 2nd and 11 after the false start penalty. Geno gets the throw off, and that ball's short and in the dirt to 3rd and 11. Lockett and Geno kind of look like they're having a little bit of an argument there about where Lockett was supposed to be on the throw. I saw Tyler Lockett was giving him like this kind of look, and then Geno Smith was giving him a different hand signal. So I think a little bit of miscommunication on an option route or how to deal with the zone, basically, how to run that route against the zone coverage. 3rd and 11, Ravens look like they're bringing pressure again. They bring one up the middle. Good pressure. Matabike got there, but we've got a flag down. We'll have to see what it is. Matabike and Queen celebrating. That's going to be holding on the offense. That penalty is declined. And rack up another sack for the Ravens sack leader, Justin Matabike. Let's watch it here. Matabike comes. Patrick Queen comes, basically freeing him up. Yeah, and Matabike getting there. That's going to be his 6.5 sack, I believe, now in the area, or 7.5. And punt team coming out here for the Seahawks. Great job by the Ravens defense. Another high punt here. Fair catch called for, and that's going to be a fair catch at what looks like the 19-yard line by Devin Duvernay. We need Lamar to come out here and get something going. But we talk about this a lot on the stream, guys. It's easy to point out the problems. Anyone can point out problems. It's a lot harder to solve the problems. So while we're on commercial break here, let me slide off stream just for a second. I'm going to go blow my nose and such, and I'm going to game plan this, and I'll be right back to solve the Ravens offense. Stay tuned. All right, let's think about this. So the Ravens are not able to get the run game going right now. Surprisingly, the Seahawks have been really effective against the run game, at least on the inside. The Lamar Jackson keepers haven't been going, so it's definitely something. But you could say potentially Todd Monken is doing what's known as probing plays right now. Probing plays are designed by coordinators to basically see what the defense has game plan for and kind of. So basically, it's this. Let's say if I'm running an outside zone scheme consistently, and they're showing really good job of getting ahead and setting the edge always. The very next probe play I'm going to do is I'm going to run the counter. I'm going to make sure to test to see if their backside guy, since they're jumping one side so hard, and we saw Bobby Wagner shift the entire line one way earlier. I'm going to run a counter play to the opposite side to check that. I think they already attempted that slightly. It wasn't a true counter, but it was a choice hole run play, and when he cut backside, there was good backside containment. I would actually like to see them spread the Seattle Seahawks out a little more. I know they've got a really good secondary, but let's try spreading them out and then motioning tight ends from wide sets into blocking sets and see if we can get some favorable looks. That would be my next step. But that's just my opinion, to be honest with you. Will that happen? Well, we shall see. Hey, we got No Border joining us in. Welcome, welcome. We got the official play call and headset on. Let's get it started. All right, Lamar. I'm looking for a short pass here, but feel free to motion. Well, see, now watch 33 backed off. So they switched the assignments. Play action, Lamar. Rolling. Got a good pocket still, and gets hit from behind, but able to gain what looks like 4 yards. Lamar looks a little frustrated. I really enjoyed that play call style, though. Hey, Giants fan 56, welcome in. Thanks for dropping in to hit that like button for me. No Border Sports says 44 watching, only 15 likes. What's up with that, guys? I know 99% of my viewers are not subscribers. I don't even care if you hit that subscribe button. That subscribe can be annoying, but likes are free, my guys. Like it, and I like your team, unless they're playing the Ravens. But all right, here we go. 2nd and 5 after the scramble by Lamar Jackson. Lamar looking over the middle. Got his boy, Isaiah Likely. And that's a big gain by the CCU alum down at past the 40-yard line of the Ravens. Finally getting some momentum. And there's that double tight end set on the left. I like that set. You can run really well out of that set. Likely just sits down in the zone. Andrews kind of makes sure that a safety can't come down in a robber style in that pass concept, basically. And a really good play. 1st and 10 ball, 40 half-yard line. Going up the middle, that's Justice Hill. Good cut to the right, and another good gain by the Ravens. This looks like a 6-yard gain. It is. And as we get to the 2-minute mark of the first quarter, we're at a 2nd and 4. And here we go. Ravens picking up the tempo a little bit. Trips left, run going up the right side. Oh, and well played by the Seahawks. They were expecting it, basically. That, I'll be honest, guys, that's something I do in Madden all the time. If I beat you with a run or a quick pass, I'm immediately going to go no huddle, inside zone to one of the sides, basically, and try to get a cheap, quick 3 to 4 yards off you before I settle down into my real play call. It also buys you time as an offensive coordinator to look at a play, essentially. GIF us! Oh, you're right. I haven't been hitting us with the GIFs. No wonder we're not getting anywhere. Lamar Jackson looking right. Got a man. That's OBJ. And I believe that's going to be his first catch of the day for a 1st down. And the Ravens are moving downfield finally. There's our boy OBJ. Got to hit him with the gifts. No Border says, I'll be back. I have to watch a military doc. Yep, go do your thing, my guy. Thank you for dropping in. Lamar going deep. And overshoots Bateman. That's Tariq Brown, 22 of the Seattle Seahawks in coverage. But Bateman honestly had him beat. Not by much, but he had body positioning secured downfield. Yeah, Bateman just runs by him. Good hand fighting, and Brown looking celebrating there, but Brown was beat. If that would have been a better throw, Bateman would have had a touchdown. Brown is over on the sideline, or not on the sidelines, on his side of the field, and he's breathing heavy. I'd go after him again. I absolutely would go after him again. I don't even care. And the Ravens have been moving to a spread formation, which is what I said. Mark Andrews over the middle. That's going to be another first down catch for the Ravens. Ball at the 35 of the Seahawks now, almost into the red zone with 40 seconds left. And we got to update Baker Mayfield with a touchdown throw. Tampa Bay now leading 10-7 over the Texans. 3rd and 1, run up the middle, and that's going to be Justice Hill for another first down for the Ravens. And the Ravens are just keeping the drive going. 19 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ravens probably not going to snap another one before the end of the first quarter. Basically take the breather and go get ready for the red zone offense on the other side of the ball. It looks that way. Thank you, J67, for reminding me about my GIF game. How could I let the GIF game go? And if you say GIF, we'll fight. Graphics, interface. I know. All I need, though, we need a touchdown here. We don't need a field goal. We need a touchdown to get ahead in this game. Yesterday, we did a game preview slightly with our boy Joe Stevens, the Seahawks Talk. And we talked a little bit about what we really thought would be the winning and losing point for each team in this game. And we both kind of agreed. It came down to, Steven says, lose the gift. No! But we talked about it. We felt like really whoever got ahead first really might set the tempo for this game, because kind of like the Cardinals, we were locked into a tight game with that Cardinals. The Cardinals knew they needed just to run the ball, convert good short 3rd downs, and play effective defense to keep themselves in that game. And they did that for quite some time last week, as if you were here live with us, you know. However, when the Ravens finally got a touchdown on the board, Josh Dobbs knew he had to be more risky about pushing the ball down the field, and the offensive coordinator as well, which of course led to the turnovers. Similar here. Of course, I think Lamar has way more ability to, bring us back late in the game than Geno does. But just how well both of these defenses are playing, that if you have to be a little more risky and get out of your original game plan, it's just it's not where you want to be against this level of defense. You know what I'm saying? But it says I've got 64 joining us today. If so, thank you again for every single one of y'all for joining us this Sunday. The Ravens starting their stretch, what was it? I believe 6 of the 9 next home games. Our games are at home. But, of course, like we talked about, 7 of those next 9 games are against winning opponents. For all the people that are new to joining us, our next 5 games, including this game, Seattle, Miami, Cincinnati, San Francisco, Jacksonville. So even though we've got a lot of these games at home, we've got a nasty stretch of game. And according to FTN, Baltimore has the 2nd hardest remaining schedule in the NFL, despite majority of the final games remaining at home and having a week 13 bye. So a super late bye, like that should tell you everything about what we're about to go against. So buckle up, flock. It's going to be a fun one the next 7 and 9. All right, second quarter here. Ravens going with a quarterback keeper right. Lamar Jackson keeping it, and good run. Looks like a first down. They're going to give it to him, and that's going to be just short of the red zone. And look at this. Next Gen Stacks, play action drop back success rate. Geno Smith, NFL rank 1st. Lamar Jackson 2nd. Separated by literally 0.9 of a point. 61.6 and 60.5, I think. But the Ravens, of course, 3 of 3 on play action today. The the Seahawks 1 of 1. But you got to get the run game going first before you can get the play action game going. Isaiah Likely in motion left. Lamar pumps there, goes back over the middle to Mark Andrews, and going to be just short of the first down. Looks like a gain of 9 on the play. And that brings us down to, I believe, the 11-yard line of the Seahawks. Good pump fake by Lamar Jackson. Looking left, comes back, sidearms it to Mark Andrews over the middle. Lamar Jackson keeps it left. Oh, Mark Andrews has got the edge set. Let's go. That's another first down for the Ravens. We're trying to get some Lamar dancing going. Shut up, chat. I know I can't dance. I don't care. I will dance look goofy as AF if Lamar can get me a touchdown right here. For those that don't know, too, I got Lamar Jackson on my fantasy football team, showing pure faith in my guy this season. Lamar Jackson up the middle. That's Gus the Bus Edwards, and he's in. Ravens touchdown. Let's go. Steve-O says, you're a little behind the plays. Are you on a delay? Steven, unfortunately, like NFL Plus and all that, the games and such, I've noticed I am always like 50 seconds behind like some people that pay for like more premium broadcast, and it is so incredibly frustrating. Like literally even my Gamecast is ahead of my stream that I'm physical. So I have 2 PC monitors in front of me. One I have the game on, one I have my OBS software on, where of course I can see chat, do my GIFs and everything else. And then of course I run physical notes as well to help me do stuff, and freaking whiteboards and phone chat here to spam people in chat. Like, but for some reason it's behind, and I don't have a way to fix that yet unless I, of course, significantly increase my income. So I apologize for it. I wish there was a way for me to fix it. I'm trying my absolute best to figure it out and do better. I've tried illegally pirating streams even to like see if maybe I could get like a broadcast signal that's better and quicker. It just hasn't happened. It's also one of the reasons why I brought the Gamecast back to the stream, is just because I wanted to try to provide better content to my viewers no matter what. And for anyone that is unable to actually physically watch the game, at least they can still then watch the Gamecast on mine or on their own and have some type of play-by-play analysis and a place just to hang out and chat, and be just, have a community and be friends. I love chat, to be honest with you. When we're talking right now, again, because we're on commercial break, guys, so bear with me. But, I enjoy chat. I love talking to people. I'm a weird introvert, extrovert, but, like, I love when y'all talk to me in chat. I love engaging in chat. I love answering and posing questions and really getting into deep stuff. You know what I'm saying? I've been an avid fan of the Ravens for years. I've always wanted to be a scout for the Baltimore Ravens. Let's just put it this way, that the Baltimore Ravens do have my resume on file. But I have, of course, no actual scouting experience, which is one of the reasons why, if you go back under my live section off season, we did a draft special, offensive and defense, where we covered at least 5 players at every position group, and we solely focused on guys that we didn't think really were going to be first-round players, other than Campbell, the linebacker out of Iowa, who went to the Lions because my boy Joe loved him and wanted him, of course, to come to Seattle. But like I said, Tyson Bagent was one of the guys that I covered. I kind of compared him a little to Brock Purdy, in my opinion. Clayton Tune was another one of my quarterbacks I featured, getting his start in Arizona this week. My running back room looks all-star. Devon Kane, of course, leading my running back room prior to that injury. Tanks Bigsby, Tyjae Spears, Evan Hull, Keaton Mitchell, some of the other names featured in that running back room. Yeah. Okay. Back to the game, though. Steven Chenoweth, kickoff return and basically nowhere. Steven says, it's all good. I'm from Baltimore. Moved last year from Melbourne, Florida, missing games local. Oh, I know. I'm actually, Steven, I'm down here in Fort Myers, Florida right now. I actually moved here from Colorado. But we've got a Ravens player down. I can see it in the background of this interview right now. I don't care. Oh, they're talking about, the Baltimore Ravens in the last, 5 games have traveled 13,000 miles in 5 weeks, which is why we're getting all these home games at the end of the season. We've had a brutal stretch of away games. Bebop says, do you have a score prediction, Darwin? I do. My final score prediction was, I believe, Ravens 17, Seahawks 10, I believe. Oh no, is that Kayvon Seymour, who the Ravens literally just escalated for this game because they're dealing with cornerback injuries? And if that's so, don't quote me on this, but if I remember correctly from the pregame roster, if Kayvon Seymour basically goes down with an injury right now, the Baltimore Ravens will only have 5 cornerbacks, I believe, activated today. They're going to be in a really tough spot if we go down a corner right now. Oh, and Potter says change it to the second quarter. I wonder who that is. But again, thank you everyone for joining us today. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of refreshing when I analyzed after those first few drives, what do the Ravens need to do to do it? And they spread out the ball and they picked up the tempo. That was so refreshing to watch happen, to be honest with you. But yeah, Steven, man, let's just say this. I'm such an avid draft guy. I'm already excited about the next draft, to be honest with you. I was at grad night in Disneyland, and I left Disneyland Park to go back to the hotel to watch our draft. It was the 2008 draft, which, of course, everyone knows we took Joe Flacco and Ray Rice with our first 2. Was so good. Potter says, yeah, he's headed to the locker room, according to Twitter. Oh, man, that is not good. That is not good. We cannot afford injuries at cornerback right now. So, of course, I don't think I went over it. The Ravens inactive today, Morgan Moses, who's right tackle. Morgan Moses, of course, missed last week as well, snapping a 134 game started streak. But the Ravens are also without Jalen Armour Davis, Rock Ya-Sin, and Marcus Williams today. They brought Daryl Worley back, I believe, as well, who I think is here today as well. But the Ravens are just, having to pull guys off the street to start at corner right now. 13:01 here. Seahawks looking to get a rebuttal after the Gus Edwards touchdown. Geno Smith from a good pocket. Time, but eventually pressured and unable to find his man short. I believe that's Daryl Worley out there on the coverage. Michael Pierce getting there first. Matabike getting there. And Van Noy with a little bit of a shove. Lucky to not pull a flag there, to be honest. Bebop says, my best friend growing up played with Joe Flacco. Hey, that's super cool. I've had a few people that have met Joe Flacco's parents and stuff like that. They all say they're super cool. So that's pretty cool, Bebop. Handoff going up the middle. That was smooth and clean handoff. Looks like maybe a gain of 5. That's going to get them into a more manageable position here on 3rd down. My other buddy from high school played football at Rutgers with Ray Rice. Dude, that's crazy, Bebop. And I think I've told y'all this. I grew up in the same area, guys, as Hunter Renfro. Hunter, of course, went to Sockasty High School. He's a Sockasty Brave before he went to Clemson. I'm pretty sure I played against him a few times back in the day, backyard, because a lot of my friends know him. Like, I was supposed to go to Sockasty, but my parents ended up splitting and I went to a different school. Long story. 3rd and 5. And of course, Tyler Thigpen, the old Kansas City quarterback, used to play in our flag football league in Myrtle Beach. Gino going deep left, and oh, that's a horrible throw. That's a pick from Gino, thrown to Gino. Gino to Gino connection going on here. And the leading interception return, man, for the NFL, picks off another one. That's his 6th interception of the year now. Looking for Tyler Lockett deep left and just overthrows it. Geno Stone waiting there. And that's, again, we just talked about this minutes ago. We said, hey, when me and Joe Stevens of Seahawks Talks were talking, we said, hey, man, guess what? It's going to come down to who gets ahead first, because whoever gets ahead is going to force the other team to take more shots. And when they take more shots, the other defense is going to capitalize. And boom! Look what just happened. Look what just happened. And what upsets me more about that than anything is I don't have a Geno Stone gift, guys. I'm sorry, Geno. I will get you a gift after this week. The disrespect. Time Traveler, I think, joining us for her first time in chat. Ravens, AFC, and 49ers, NFC are the 2 teams that scare me as a Chiefs fan. As they should, Time Traveler, as they should. Baltimore getting healthy, of course, hitting a hard part of their schedule, but we do have the Week 13 bye. Potter says, he went to the original OG, kicking legend of Baltimore. The man before the current legend. If you don't know, you don't know. Matt Stover was automatic from like 45 and under, basically. Matt Stover is like what gave him and Sam Cook gave Baltimore special teams their legacy, basically. So that's really cool. I would have loved to go to church with Matt Stover. Time Traveler says, Dolphins did scare me, but took care of it. The Dolphins, I agree, a little less scary, but I would say this. How much is in the bag of tricks that Josh McDaniels hasn't shown us yet? Or Mike McDaniels, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's got a lot of stuff deep in his playbook that he's not even touching till playoff times comes, just because how skeptical he is of, like, people stealing and leaking stuff, and like, so don't be completely not scared of the Dolphins yet. You know what I'm saying? Chris Zido joining us in says, Bengals #1, bro, you tripping. But y'all are starting to catch fire. We are very lucky we caught y'all at the beginning of the season to get that early divisional lead against you. Time Traveler, I'll get to Time Traveler's comment in just a second. 1st and 10, trips right for the Ravens. Keep an eye on it. Oh, Flowers in motion and left. I think that's OBJ and Flowers over there. Lamar looks there, but he's getting chased out of the pocket. And he's going to get away. Gets a blocker. He's getting downfield, and he is, down at the 35-yard line. A huge game by Lamar Jackson and great downfield blocking. I think that was Justice Hill, actually. Who was that got downhill to block or downfield to block for him? Yeah, that's Justice Hill getting downhill to block a safety for him deep and late, or corner, I believe. And my gosh, great run by Lamar. And Ravens are knocking on the edge of the red zone now after that large run. Lamar Jackson now 45 rushing yards, 6 and 9. Got a short pass to the right for Mark Andrews, and that's going to be a gain what looks like maybe 4 to 5 on the play. And for those that don't know, the last time the Ravens and the Seahawks met, got it here on my notes written down, 2019, Ravens won 30-16, and Lamar Jackson ended up rushing for 126 yards. So Lamar kind of on pace right now for those rushing yards, it seems like. Score pace a little behind. Maybe we'll pick it up. 2nd and 4. Empty backfield for Lamar Jackson. Keep an eye on it. Left side of the top of the formation. Lamar gets it stripped out of his hand. And it looks like Maffei's got it for the Seahawks. He does. And that's another strip of Lamar just knocked out as he's trying to throw it. We might have to watch the replay, see if his arm was coming forward as the ball came out. Oh, man. Baltimore might. If I was Harbaugh, I'd be staring at that replay, and if they don't challenge it right away, I'm calling a timeout to try to. Let's see. Ooh, that ball's out right before he starts, I think. Yep, that's right before it starts coming forward. He goes back, it gets knocked out, and then he tries to come forward. That's a strip sack by Maffei of the Seahawks. Good play by them. Heartbreaker for Lamar. Oh my God. Time Traveler says, Fence triple team Kelsey and Chiefs triple team Hill, and they got canceled each other out. Better defense won that game this morning. It was Casey, which is scary. Yeah, you're right. But we've seen in the playoffs, these playoff teams, their offenses turn on to another level, and it becomes like you just can't stop them. Good bounce out run there by the Seahawks, and able to take what was a loss to a gain of maybe 2 on the play. Steven says, glad to see Jags back in contention. I lived in Jacksonville for 15 years when they got the team. The Baltimore got their team. So a fan. Hey, my boy Tyson Bagent with another touchdown for the Bears. Bears up 14. And again, if you don't know, everyone's like, who would have known Tyson Bagent? Who called Tyson Bagent? Nobody knew who Tyson Bagent was. Bro, you can even go back and check my Twitter. It's on my draft special. Please give me credit. Please, Giants, hire me if you need scouts. Hire me. I'll come and fix that team. I love fixing messes. I want to fix messes. And let's go. Another sack. That's Odafe Owe. Finally getting some heat going. And the Ravens needed some good defense after that turnover. Yeah, I used to watch, if you've ever watched the show Good Place, one of the guys as a Jacksonville Jaguar fan, he just makes constant Blake Bortles jokes. So I feel like you would enjoy that, Steven, just for that. Poor Lamar, yeah, that strip sack was rough. Ravens looking good so far from Chris Zido. I mean, they're looking good. If it wasn't for that strip sack, dude, we'd be looking phenomenal. 3rd and 14 after this sack. Quick screen pass going nowhere. And that's going to be like a 3rd and 10. And Ravens defense is celebrating as they come off the field 9 minutes here in the second quarter. Tyson Bagent, though, with a costly interception for the Bears, so keep an eye on that. He's got to cut those. Larry Cassidy says, mute the mouth. Am I that bad? Am I too loud? Am I too loud? Is that what it is? If so, I apologize if I yelled in y'all's ear. And I appreciate you telling me. Punt coming here for the Seahawks. 8:35. Duvernay going to try to return it. Makes 2 men miss. Makes a 3rd man miss, but still only ends up gaining maybe a yard on the return. They're going to, I think, officially mark it a 3-yard return. And with 8:27, Baltimore's offense looking to come out here and make this a 14-0 game. But how's everyone's day going so far? Let me ask chat. Thank you for everyone who's joining us today so far for this game. We greatly appreciate you coming in and joining us. Baltimore's got a really hard stretch of home games coming up here over the next few games. Oh my God, did I really? I'm going to kick myself in the butt fantasy-wise if I forgot to change my lineup. But with that being said, let's get ready to jump across the NFL while we're here on a commercial break. So, of course, we talked about it earlier. Vikings, their season decimated after Kirk Cousins' injury. They are currently losing still 8-3 versus the Atlanta Falcons. Heineke getting a start down there in Atlanta. Browns taking on the Cardinals. My boy Clayton Tune not showing that what he can do with his start in Arizona. Browns are currently leading 10-0 with 6:48 left in the second quarter. The Rams-Packers game finally showing some signs of life as the Packers are currently up 7-0 on the Rams as they're halfway through the second quarter. We brought you an update earlier on the Buccaneers-Texans game. Baker Mayfield getting his touchdown throw to bring that game 10-7 Buccaneers. And of course, we also updated you on the Bears-Saints game. Tyson Bagent getting his second touchdown throw of the game. Bears leading that game 14-7. And to round out the final game of the 1 o'clock slot, we've got the Commanders taking on the Patriots. Patriot fans still foaming at the mouth as they're losing 10-7 against a Commanders team that just traded away two potentially generational defensive players. What do y'all think about that, by the way? Bears made a big move. 49ers made a big move. And what is the future of the Washington Commanders with Sam Howell and the new ownership over there south of us here at M&T Bank? Time Traveler in chat says, Ravens look like Chiefs on defensive side, maybe better at run, but we exposed Fence and forced Tyreek to take outside run toss plays, or he was triple teamed. Yeah, the Ravens, man, just... Okay, Kayvon Seymour, by the way, a right shoulder injury. He is questionable to return, so we don't expect him probably to be coming back to the game. So Ravens might be forced to play a lot more zone coverage, put some more linebackers in there, something to keep an eye on. Might see some more cover 3 looks from the Ravens. 1st and 10, Lamar Jackson, quick pass outside to Nelson Aguilar. Only going to be a gain of 2 on the play, it looks like. And hey, we got Ryan from No Border Sports jumping back in. We got Chase Young. I know, congrats on that, my guy. That's so huge for y'all. That's going to be a move as long as he can come back and give you meaningful playoff snaps. That's all that matters, in my opinion, to the Niners. He could play no snaps from here to the playoffs, and I would care less about that trade still. As long as he comes back in the playoffs and provides at least 3 sacks, I'd be happy with the trade-off. Handoff going up the middle. That's going to be Justice Hill. Oh, breaks through 2 men and a huge gain by Justice Hill for a first down. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Keaton Mitchell. That's my boy Keaton. I'm sorry. He's wearing 34 while Justice Hill wears 43. The undrafted rookie free agent out of Eastern Carolina. We featured him on our offensive draft special as well. We're really excited to see that young man come back from injury. Lamar Jackson spins out, got a lot of time, got a man over the middle. That's OBJ, and that looked like a face mask. Keaton Mitchell's asking even the refs for a face mask, and don't think we're gonna get it. But a huge first down catch by OBJ, having a good day so far. I believe that's his 2nd catch so far. That is absolutely a face mask call, but no flag. That's going to be a handoff going to Keaton Mitchell. And another huge run. He is playing like lightning in a bottle right now. Oh my God. He's running like a young Justice Hill. Looks like young Justice Hill that with a 10-pound lighter frame, to be honest with you. Keaton Mitchell, man. I've been so excited for that young man to come back. He's had a couple of injury problems to start the season. No Border says, I have a feeling Chase Nick might be totally unfair if we can get back to our... Yeah, dude. No Border, you out. No Border, you no Lion. No Border putting out no BS. You feel me? 2nd and 1 up the middle. That's Keaton Mitchell. Makes a man miss. Oh, my God. Keaton Mitchell looking like he's about to take over the number 1 role for the running Ravens right now. He is just... playing outstanding. And again, I told y'all, I told you. Chris Zido says, Bills or Bengals tonight? I got to go for my boy Chimera's Bills. I'm sorry. Oak Squirrel was in here dropping some smack talk on earlier. He's a Bengals fan, so we're going to smack talk back. Go Bills. 1st and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line of the Seahawks. Lamar going to quarterback, keep it. He's got some space, makes a man miss, and out of bounds after a good first down run. And the Ravens are just in rhythm right now. Keaton Mitchell is just bringing life to this Ravens run game. I think I missed time travelers. Both teams, Baltimore and KC, have good defense. New since the Eric Berry area in KC. I think Ravens are a little better at run stop, though. Oh, yeah. The Ravens are, though, time travelers, struggling a little bit, in my opinion, at outside run defense, which is why this game, we've made a little bit of change at our outside linebacker rotation a little bit, just for run defense reasons. Handoff going up the middle. That's Justice Hill. I'm sure of it this time. And looks like a gain of maybe 3 or 4 on the play. Chris Saito says, go Bengals. Boo. We got an update. Oh, and that's going to be another touchdown. Tyson Hill on the receiving end of that touchdown, it looked like, from Derek Carr. Tie game in that Bears-Saints game, 14-all. We'll get back to the comments here just a second. Chad Mears and Steven join us in chat. Hold on, I think we just got a timeout by the Seahawks. Yep, Seattle defense after a 2nd and 7. And Lamar trying to pump the crowd up, actually, right now. He's trying to pump them up. Chad Mears says, go Ravens. I appreciate you, my guy. Steven says, the Ravens defense stopping the Seahawks don't think they crossed the 50-yard line. Yeah, they've been so solid today. Absolutely playing lights out. Time Traveler is saying, I'm sorry, but Patrick can flip that good defense on its head if he wants. He makes rookies and tossed in guards players from New York like above average. Jackson doesn't do that. I'm not going to let you disrespect my boy Jackson like that. I'm disagree with you there. But I will give a testament to the Chiefs that you have not had any since you traded. You basically said, hey, an all-star quarterback should raise their wide receivers up. You traded your number 1 wide receiver, and you went and won a Super Bowl. You made your point. But, of course, now you struggled a little bit with wide receivers. I got nothing but respect for Mahomes, but don't be disrespecting my boy Jackson like that. 2nd and 7. That's going to be a handoff, and that's Keaton Mitchell again, and he's able to get another first down, and he's taking those runs that normally would be 4-yard gains by Justice Hill and flipping them into 6-yard gains. Like, he's playing lights out. 4 rushes, 37 yards right now. That's about 7 yards per average carry, at least 6.9 if I'm not mistaken, doing the math there. Time Traveler says, Bengals will win. Bills abandoned protecting Josh Allen. It's a shit fest. Yeah, my boy Chimera, who's a Bills fan, would agree with you, Time Traveler. He's very upset at the coaching staff of the Bills right now and the pass protection of Josh Allen. 1st and 10, Ravens in the red zone. Lamar Jackson looking there. Finds Zay short. Oh, he just broke his ankles. Was that Devon Witherspoon, 21 of the Seahawks? Literally just broke his ankles on that play. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Let's watch it. Outside, crosses him. Broke him. Oh, broke Devon Witherspoon's ankles. Oh, da-na-na. Throw him up on ESPN, boys. Lamar, Time Traveler says, Lamar going to underestimate the length of the season. It's a question if he stays healthy. Nah, Time Traveler, you don't understand. This ain't Todd Monken's offense anymore. Lamar ain't taking those shots like he used to anymore, and I couldn't be more happy as a Ravens fan. Lamar Jackson up the middle. The only time Lamar Jackson runs risky up is in the red zone. And it's one of the few times I can truly be like, hey, man, the payoff is somewhat worth it, and they will protect him correctly. We got a flag on the play. Yeah, let's go. That's an illegal hands to the face on the defense. That's an automatic first down. Zay Flowers is a beast, says Bebop. He is, man. Look at him right there. He destroyed Tariq Brown on that, forced an illegal hands to the face because he broke Tariq Brown's. He just broke both of their best defensive players' ankles. Zay, his change of direction ability is like top 2%, if not top 1%, and that's supported by next-gen stats. Handoff going up the middle. That's my boy Gus. Gus the Bus Edwards with his 2nd touchdown now of the day for the Baltimore Ravens. And if you don't know, not only do I have Lamar Jackson starting in my fantasy football league, I've got Gus the Bus because I've known about him before everybody else knew about him. I've been banged to the table Like I said, for those that don't know, when we had Mark Ingram and Mark Ingram was the number 1 running back, I love Mark Ingram. I love his energy. I love everything about Mark Ingram. But Gus Edwards should have been the starter still that season. And let's go with that field goal by Justin Automatic Tucker. Baltimore is now officially up 14-0 on the Seattle Seahawks. And that's what we like to see. Going back to chat, 49er Ultimate Report dropping in. Sorry, it was late. No worries, my guy. Welcome in. Time Traveler says the Bills are going to end Allen's career at this rate. End it early. It's sad, and I hate the Bills. They give KC shit. You know what? Bills Mafia. I love Bills Mafia. I think they're hilarious. They're not as bad as Eagle fans. But yeah, dude. I actually did the Bengals as well. I did a few teams. I did a section in the offseason called the offseason plan where I role played the GM of several different teams. Raven fans, don't hate me. I played 2 scenarios. I did where we traded Lamar, and then I also did a whole video before we signed Lamar to his extension where I tried to basically do Lamar's extension myself because, of course, we talked about all the time. We wanted him to stay no matter what. But anyway, we also role-played, I think, the Bengals, the Packers, and the Bills. And Chimera, we talked about it, who's my Bills fan. If the Bills had followed my blueprint, I felt like a little more. And I didn't even really include draft picks just in free agency. I just felt like the Bills were a little too complacent in some areas in the offseason, just like the Bengals might have been. Thank you for that subscription, Azo. Dancing Poe up on the screen. If you're a fan of those teams, also I did the Packers for Grossi's sake. You know, we're a huge Tom Grossi Posse, Pat Cast fan here. You know, so we did a lot of those specials, like the Packers one for him as well. Azo says, will you be doing this for every game? New viewer here. Yes, sir. I'm here every week for the Ravens. Every week. Geno Smith stepping up, going over the middle. He's got a man. That's a big gain. Is that DK? It is. And DK is going to take him onto the Baltimore side of the field, I think, for the first time of the day on his first target. Just gets open on a deep crosser on the zone, gets ahead of Roquan, who's going deeper with someone, and good game by DK Metcalf. Logan says, we are winning this. Hey, don't get ahead of yourself. As Ray Lewis used to say, it's a 60-minute ball game. Time Travelers, hold on. 1st and 10. A 2-minute warning here, and they're going to call it 2-minute officially. So 2-minute warning, ball at the Baltimore Ravens 25, Seahawks knocking on the door of the red zone. And let's try to run through all these comments here. I want to get to all y'all. Lamar is great. I appreciate that, Time Traveler. Bills piss me off. They're supposed to be a rival because Allen has a future Hall of Fame potential, and they totally put the team on his back because he can run. They injure him twice at camp. Yeah, honestly, Time Traveler, I think my boy Chimera would agree with you. They need to do something better to take care of Josh Allen. Baltimore always has good running backs, good running game. Chad Mears, you're absolutely right. Part of that, too, is this, but I hate to say this, and it's a little hurtful to running backs. One of the Baltimore head coaches or offensive coaches said it best a long time ago. No matter how good of a running back you have, if there ain't good guys to block in front of him, it really don't mean much. Pay the guys that block for your running back, and you know, if you can pay the running back, pay him. But there's so many good running backs. It's just, and it's no discredit to running backs. Like when I say that, some people gonna hate me. Say like, you know, I'm saying not pay running backs. No, pay running backs. But like, you can't break the bank for most running backs. You got to be able to pay your O linemen because they handle 2 different faces of the game. You know. Hey, we got Joe Stevens dropping in from Seahawks Talk. My boy. Tom Grossi says, Tom Grossi touched me when I pee. Brandon touched me where I poo. I need a therapist. Considering I know there's some guy that tries to impersonate Tom Grossi and scam people through Telegram, maybe it wasn't Grossi. And I'm sorry that happened to you, Time Traveler. What up, Joe? I'm sorry the score is what it is right now. And Time Traveler says, and I'm subscribed. Cheers from Kansas City. I don't know why sometimes YouTube gives me like instant subscription like note and like the alert. And then sometimes it takes like 24 hours and I'll randomly get a subscription on like Wednesday, like or something. Hey, there's my boy Chimera dropping in, our resident Bills fan. We've been talking about the Bills quite a bit in chat, my guy. We're doing pretty good. And we got Killer X, I think a new chatter dropping in. Ravens starting fast, O-line coming along, looking more complete every game. You're absolutely right, my guy. And Morgus Moses is out this game, who has been our number one run blocking offensive lineman. All right, but back to the game. Ball at the 25-yard line here. Smith with an orbit motion, having to get rid of the ball quickly. And, Brandon Smith, Stevens looked like he ripped that ball out. They're going to give him the catch. I say no catch. They're going to give it to him. That's a 7-yard catch. Clock is ticking, 1:40. Gino trying to get his guys lined up. Gino making an adjustment. Time is ticking off the clock. Jackson Smith and Jibo looks like he's a little confused on the play at the bottom of the side of the formation. Double stack formation from the Seahawks. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Charbonnet, and they're just going to get an easy first down. Basically get a full set of downs to try to take some deep shots is my guess. 1:15, so Baltimore actually going to use their first half of the timeout. Going to take a second, probably get that defense lined up and set for this red zone series. Joe Stevens says, how do I do a super chat? Sadly, you can't, Joe. I'm not big enough yet. I need more subscriptions before I can be doing super chats. I wish, my guy. Steven Chinaware says, who's going to win, Ravens or Jags when they play? I'm sorry, that's going to be my Ravens. I think our defense is just going to be just a tad too much. But, we'll see. We'll see. Man, I'm trying to catch up on all these chats. 1:16. Trips left here for the Seahawks. Keep an eye on it. Tight end to Soul right. He's going left and incomplete. Diving attempt by DK Metcalf. Let's see here. I'm on a time travel. Says I'm 2 minutes ahead, which is funny because we have KC Streamer is ahead. But I go to Baltimore and they behind. WTF. I know, man. I really wish I could somehow get the stream I'm watching up on like correct timing. Oh, a handoff. That's a bad call by the Seahawks. And the clock's going to continue running with 1:06. Someone's taking a timeout. That's got to be the Seahawks. And now it's a 3rd and 11 after the failed draw play by the Seahawks. That's got to be a timeout by the Seahawks. I'm still waiting to see officially. By the Ravens. Oh, they're going to try to get the ball back and score. Chimera says, bro, I just got done watching the Attack on Titan finale. I'm gut-wrenched. I bet you are, homie. 49er says, what up, Joe Stevens? What up, buddy? And Foreman, thanks for giving us the field map. Go Hawks. Hey, no problem, my guy. I'm always trying to, give something better. For me, Tobe. My name is Tobe Njoku Ngakwe. I know that's hard to pronounce, but you're going to have to learn how to spell that. 3rd and 11, though. Red zone. Final potential red zone attempt here for the Seahawks. Gino looking right. He's going there. Ball gets knocked out. Let's go. They're going to rule it incomplete. Michael Pierce getting a hand on the ball. And the Ravens doing an excellent job of keeping their eyes on Gino. Yeah, here, let me give y'all some crazy stats. So, of course, Lamar Jackson is 17-1 all time against NFC opponents. Crazy stat line, right? Here's a crazier stat line. Pete Carroll has won 15 of his last 19 games where the Seahawks had to play at a 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time slot. Crazy, right? And field goal is up and good. And the Seahawks are finally on the board with 3 points. But Baltimore is going to get this ball back with 59 seconds and a timeout. So enough time to actually go down and at least get a field goal minimum, in my opinion, which is what we're looking to see. Let's see. Killer X said, I just sub. I appreciate that, my guy. I'm so sorry. The alert bot, for some reason, from Streamlabs and YouTube did not give it to me. I appreciate this subscription. You know what? Let's get my own dancing Poe up. We'll get a dancing Poe up myself. Ow. Smash my hand. Hey, there it is. I got it. Someone did it. William just subscribed. Gave me a dancing Poe. Appreciate you, my guys. We're trying so hard to hit our 500 subscriber goal. We're 150 subscribers away and 1,000 watch hours away from hitting the very first YouTube monetization goal, which would be huge for us because I could take any money I make from it and just dump it back into this stream. I can start working on upgrading my equipment. I can start looking for a stream manager to help me do video editing. It means so much to me, guys. So thank you so much for all of it. Trying to get back to these chats as the Ravens are coming out here for another and the hope potentially their final offensive drive here of the second quarter. Time Traveler says, it's all good. You're doing good, Mr. Darwin Ravens. I sub to you, encourage every AFC fan and their top NFC fans. Yeah, I got some. I'm a kind of a South Carolina. I like the Panthers too on the NFC side, to be honest with you. I grew up in South Carolina in Myrtle Beach. So I've got the Panthers hold a little special place in my heart as one of like my second teams on the NFC side. Ravens got top big W for the Ravens. I know we need this. Deep drop by Lamar. Good pocket. He's going deep right. He's got Odell and he's down at the 40. The ball comes out, but he was definitely down. He was definitely down. That's a fumble caused by the ground. No way they ruled out a fumble. Oh, Time Traveler is saying they're putting it under review. He looked down. It looked down. I'm getting the replay here. Let's see here. That's not down. Oh, dude, that is so close. Hold on. Not down, not down, not down. Oh, you can't see from that angle. Give me the other angle again. Come on. I got to get that other angle. Ball. Ooh, I think it. Ooh. God, that's going to be. Now, here's where it's going to get tricky, guys. Let me go into detail about this. The way the NFL rule works is the call, if there has to be indisputable evidence to overturn the call on the field, the call on the field is a fumble, meaning there has to be undisputable evidence that it wasn't, which I'm going to be honest with you, it's such a bang, bang, quick play of this punch out. I think that ball's on its way out before his right knee comes down. Left knee never touches. It rolls on top. Right ankle, right foot's up. Ball's, ow. I need a freeze frame on that. Give me a freeze frame on that one. That's what I need. On that angle. Yeah, that ball is technically rolling out of his hand. As much as that's Flock, I hate to admit this, I believe that's a fumble. And that's going to be my football fan opinion, not my Raven opinion. God. These fumble issues are killing me. And that's just, what's really upsetting about that is Tell me what coach at any level of football. Let me get my little play football here so we can demonstrate. Run like this. Do you run with one hand on the ball and the ball out like this? Or do you tuck that in? Always. Let's watch. Here it goes. Look at, where's the ball? Where's the ball? That is so frustrating as a coach. That is a coach allowing a player, and some of the Ravens receivers have like called out the coaches and be like, every time Odell gets a one-hand catch, they're like, yeah, that's great. Whoa! They're like, yo, every time we make a one-hand catch, you yell at us to put two hands on the ball. Come on, Odell. You can't be getting the star treatment when you do stuff like that. Time Traveler says, that's out. Face sitting for Seattle win. And Time Traveler says, what do you think you're playing? Who do you think you're playing? I can't. Man, Time Traveler, why you gotta be disrespecting me like that all of a sudden? Oh no, y'all breaking news to me in chat. Oh wait, no. Wait, that's a... Hey, ball batted down. That's going to be Travis Jones, the University of Connecticut young man, looking out there like Brandon Williams. And that's the third pass batted down at the line of scrimmage by the Baltimore Ravens defensive line. That's a good thing to see. Like No Border said, that ball should only expended while trying to reach for a touchdown or a first down. Dude, I'm even hesitant on first down unless it's a fourth down. Fourth and like goal to gain, you don't even, nope, you ain't stretching that ball out my team. That's a quick way to get benched. Oh, let's go! That's our boy, Kyle Van Noy. For those that don't know, I'm the same age as that man that just got a sack out there. Kyle Van Noy coming on that stunt. Basically, Broderick Washington comes inside to outside. Van Noy comes outside to inside and made it look easy, son. Let's go. Ravens needed that big sack. Yeah, I got that, Time Traveler, that you're a Chiefs fan, but I got nothing but respect for the Chiefs, to be honest with you. Like, honestly, the past few seasons when I have been more critical of my Ravens, I've been drooling over your Chiefs. I've been like, no, ain't no one beating Mahomes. Ain't no one beating him. He's just too good. Like, Lamar Jackson could be better, but he hasn't played to that. And of course, then Greg Roman and the pieces around him are garbage. But now, this is the best Ravens team I've seen in years. 3rd and 21. Baltimore could get the... Oh, is that a strip sack? It looked like it. It's Baltimore's ball. Let's go! Is that Kyle Van Noy with another back-to-back sack? I'm sorry, Kyle Van Noy. I don't have a gift for you. Let's go. That ball's out before it goes forward, just like Lamar's. It was just about to, too. Like, it was, like, here, like, oh, my God. What a game, guys. 2 strip sacks. Like, oh, my God. Our boy Kyle Van Noy putting in work, the veteran free agent signing. 32 seconds. Lamar scrambles up the middle, and that's going to be gain what looks like maybe 4 on the play. Clock's ticking. I'm guessing Baltimore's taking a timeout with how slow they're moving. Yep, they are. And that's going to be Baltimore's final timeout with 28 seconds, so got to keep an eye on that. Let's see. Logan says, Time Traveler, I know you guys played the Dolphins earlier. I want to hear it. Oh, we got Sharon Hall dropping in. First down, or go Ravens. You've got this. I appreciate it. Thank you for dropping in. TTV Elit says, we want the Ravens to win. Big W for us. I know, right? Time Traveler says, Lamar could be better, but we can't make rookies or trash. Hey, he's my guy. He had Greg Roman for so many years. And Harbaugh can't hire an offensive coordinator to save his life. Let's go. Lamar rolls out of bounds, and that's going to stop the clock. Brings up a 3rd and 8 again with 21 seconds. No Border telling everyone, don't forget to hit that, smash that like button. Smash that like button like the Ravens are trying to smash their franchise sack record. That's all I'm saying. Michael 1980 says Ravens are going to the Super Bowl. Man, I hope so, my guy. I'm usually pretty skeptical of my own Ravens, like realist. This is by far one of the best chances we've had since our last Super Bowl win, basically. Lamar going over the middle. He's got Andrews. They're going to need to spike the ball, 10 seconds. And spike it, 8 seconds on the clock. Ball's officially on the 19-yard line. And, looks like Justin Tucker's coming out. Baltimore going to take that field goal, keep that 14-point lead going into halftime. Excuse me. Killer X says, yeah, he can time travel. 2019 led the league in touchdowns and MVP, and y'all had Hill make it make sense. I know, right? I know Lamar looked good in that season. I'm not going to lie. But, it was a little bit of like a new effect and but Lamar, I've expressed this, and hold on, field goal is good. Let me update that score. I've said this in a lot of my videos. Like, I would say Mahomes is currently the best quarterback in the NFL currently. But if we were talking top level potential, I think Lamar has the most potential out of any quarterback in the NFL. And if he ever hit that top level potential and was surrounded by the right people, there would be no contest. Like, we would be making it look easy. But of course, NFL's never that easy. So, Wookiee Sith. Sith. Only the Sith deal in absolutes. And we don't deal with absolutes on this channel. This is the channel you're looking for. There are no bots here to be found. All right, I'm done. Please don't sue me, Disney. Packers are trash this year, so I hope you guys make a legit run at it. Just need to not get destroyed by injuries. Agreed. Thankfully, the Ravens are actually, they had injuries at the beginning of the year, and they're finally getting healthy now. And we have a Week 13 bye, which will greatly help us with that. Time Traveler says, no, gotta say Mahomes is clutch in ways Lamar isn't. We'll see. I'm just saying this. Tom Brady used to own the Ravens. And then Joe Flacco caught his stride and became Joe Cool. And all of a sudden, we became the Patriots' #1 nemesis. And no one knocked the Patriots, I think, out of more AFC championship games than us, basically. I used to love waiting for that every year. Hey, I'm going to tell you this. I think Lamar's offensive lineman makes it known. If you hit Lamar late, bro, Tyler Linderbaum, Morgan, we got a bunch of 6'8" offensive linemen. I'm telling you, as a head coach, if someone hit Lamar dirty and late and it looked dirty and late, I give all my 6'8" offensive linemen full reign to body slam anyone and whoever as much as they want to. I will secretly cover every fine they get from the NFL, and even when they get suspended, I'll give them the week off of practice or some like that. That's my style of football. You don't play dirty, I don't play dirty. It's as simple as that. 49ers Ultimate Report says, we got 43 likes. Shout out chat. Chat challenge 100 likes. Can we do it? Can we do it? Fuck yeah! No, guys, let me just put it this way. The NFL doesn't want me to get likes. The NFL doesn't want small content creators to succeed. For every time you don't hit that like button in my chat, you let Taylor Swift take over the NFL. Think about that. Don't let Taylor Swift take over the NFL. Hit that like button. I'm kidding, Taylor Swift. I love you. My girlfriend wants Eras tickets. My girlfriend would murder me if I didn't ever buy her Eras tickets. Time Traveler says, I remember the Ravens were a defensive powerhouse most years after Flacco and ran up the gut. We've always, man, my favorite offense because of the Ravens is a power run game that can also have a vertical passing game, essentially. Man, give me guys that can just run past anyone, force the stacking of the box, and then have fun. Hit that play action, stride, max protect, and let your 4-4 guy just run by everybody. If you can get a 4-4 guy that's also 6'5", and that's what the Ravens been looking for, that guy for years. They tried it with Miles Boykin, didn't work. Darren Waller was the previous attempt before that, actually, before they switched him to tight end. For those that don't know, Darren Waller was drafted as a wide receiver by the Ravens in the 5th round and eventually converted to tight end by the Ravens. So Killer X says Tyler about 6'1", 6'2". Chuka says, but I like her. Taylor who? Taylor Swift. All right, but let's go back here. So, hey, we got a subscription, Ro F. Fisher. Thanks for joining us today. Chiefs, of course, taking on the Dolphins earlier today. Chiefs coming away with the win today, 21-14. Mahomes 20-30 for 185 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tua didn't look too bad himself, 21-34 yards, 193 yards, 1 touchdown. Chiefs and the Ravens definitely look like they're going to be squaring off for the AFC championship this year. Sorry, Bills fans. Sorry, Bengals fans. You're just going to be left out in the cold. We don't need no update, of course, on the Ravens Seahawks game. Ravens, of course, lead 17-3. Here's a game I'm looking to see. We've got the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Cleveland Browns today. Clayton Tune, 5-18 with an interception. Deshaun Watson currently leading 13-10 over the Cardinals. He's 11-20 for 136 yards and a touchdown. Rumor is he's getting massage after the game. Look out. Oh, no. My stream cut out. Hold on. No. I was just getting to the next game. We got to refresh the stream. All right. Halftime, we've got Joshua Dobbs taking on Taylor Heineke. Falcons currently leading 11-10. Heineke having himself a pretty good game, 15-23. I believe that was 123 yards. And again, finally, the Patriots somehow finding a way to get ahead. Mac Jones, 8-15, 82 yards and a touchdown. Patriots lead 14-10 after Sam Howell throws an interception on the day. Man, I need my boy Tyson Bagent to cut down the interceptions a little bit. It would greatly help my case of me like hyping him up a little bit. Time Traveler says, Tay, bro. 49ers Ultimate Port says, in the summertime, Taylor sold out Levi's Stadium and fans were getting to the stadium 48 hours before the concert. Yeah, dude, Wall Street Journal actually did an article talking about the Taylor Swift effect and how like she was like single-handedly locking up entire transportation industries by just where her concerts were. Like train lines were messed up, the plane flights were crazy oversold, just everything. Time Traveler says, Chiefs won't garbage time early next time against the Fins. Fins aren't shit. Ro Fisher, who just joined us, says, I'm liking from Georgetown, South Carolina. Miss seeing the Raven game live since moving here. Ro, I literally applied to a job right outside, I forgot the name of the island, right outside Charleston. Ro Fisher, I grew up in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So you're right down in my neck of the woods. I always drove down to Georgetown all the time. If you know Georgetown County, you probably know Murrells Inlet, Pawleys Island, Litchfield, that whole area. I'm sad to see that you moved, but thank you for coming in and joining us. That's why South Carolina is my second team, Joe Stevens, my boy from Seahawks Talk here on YouTube, says, this sucks, LMAO. Of course, Joe's a hardcore Seahawks fan. He joined me for a pregame show, and he's scheduled to join me for a postgame show. He's definitely not going to be feeling too much up to it, but I know he'll be here. Logan said, did Lamar get injured, ... Not that I'm aware of. Are you seeing something I haven't seen yet? Don't be scaring me like that, homie. Like, oh my gosh. I can't believe the Patriots are in such a close game with the Commanders, despite the Commanders trading away the bank, basically. Like, Dolly City, Como, repping in the house, says 49ers Ultimate Port. You know, guys, I've talked about it a little bit. I've traveled a lot. I was a traveling trainer for Delta Airlines when I was younger. And, you know, I've moved around. A lot of people joked, I've lived in more states than most people will in their entire lives, just in, like, before I was 30 years old. Um, you know, barring military people travel a lot. Um, but the farthest west I've gone, I've been to Utah, Colorado, Arizona, Nevada, and I think that's the farthest west I've gone. But I told Joe Stevens of Seahawk Talk, man, if the Ravens ever come back out there to Seattle, I would love to fly out there and go you know, see a game with him. The Seahawks, of course, are at M&T Bank, which I don't live in Baltimore either, so both of us would have had to travel for this game, which would have been a little rough. I slightly would love to go to Levi Stadium game, honestly, because my name is Levi too. But I'm gonna be honest, it would be so hard to, like, get the tickets and get out there right now, just money wise, basically. Um, Logan says, I got confused because Time Traveler said something with Lamar getting injured and got. No, Logan. He's just saying that basically if Lamar gets injured, the Ravens would be in a lot of trouble, which of course they would. You know, it's just like if Mahomes got injured. But I've said constantly, Todd Monken doesn't put Lamar into those spaces to get injured as much as, you know, Greg Roman used to. So I'm very, very happy for that. I'm losing to Cahill, our other Seahawks fan in fantasy football right now. I'm losing 59 to 61. He's got predicted 130 to my 105. Isaiah Pacheco, I need to trade his ass. And I need Puka Nacua to do something. Insert the meme of, like, poking with a stick. Like, do something, man. You've been carrying me for a few weeks. And for all of those that are joining us today, I'd like you to let it be known, you've chosen wisely, my friends. You've chosen wisely. We have some of the gifts that I had inserted into my OBS software from our fantasy football draft. I thought this was a funny one when someone made a pick. You've chosen wisely, my friends. Of course, we got, this could be a life-changing moment for their team, guys. That's what the draft's all about. I'm going to do what's best for the team, guys. AKA, time to give Keaton Mitchell more carries. Can we get a Keaton Mitchell train going? 49ers Ultimate Port says, Darwin, if you ever in my city, JJ Fish and Chip make the best Southern food. Also, Nathan's Giant Burgers are the best food places. Hey, my boy, I do love me some food. That's where all my money goes, is into food. Actually, me and the girlfriend rolled up some sushi last night for dinner. We were sitting here drinking, playing games all last night, having a good old time. And I looked over and I said, what do you want for dinner? She's like, man, I kind of want sushi again. I said, say less, hon. Your boy cooked up some rice sushi, went and got an avocado, cucumber, and some crab. Made up some spicy mayo mix, basically. Tossed some crab, cut it all down, and rolled that shit up. And got out the entire nice sushi kit so we could have sushi together while washing Hell's Kitchen. Like true couples do, right? And having homemade sushi. None of that store-bought cheap shit. Damn! I love all the different gifts we have in here. I don't even know what to cover, guys. I'm sorry I'm being a little quiet. I probably need to go refill my beverage here soon. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Pardon me for just a moment, if you will. I'm going to slide off camera to participate in my MMMJ. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to eat like Zeke. The old Zeke, not new Zeke. New Zeke ate a little too much, got too fat, and slowed him down. You know what I'm saying? But again, for those that haven't seen, Joe will actually be joining me live after this stream, guys, for a recap and post-game analysis of the Ravens Seahawks game. Come enjoy Joe's tears with me. They'll be sweet and salty, just like your favorite type of chips, right after this game. So stick around. Don't forget. I'm sorry, Joe, if you were there. If you're there, I thought that was a funny joke. You know I'm just kidding, and I love you so much, my guy. I know Joe tried calling me last night. I had to send Joe a text. I'm like, bro, I'm literally in the middle of rolling sushi. I can't. Oh, no wonder this game's so on point. We got Tony Romo and Jim Nantz calling the game today for CBS. And Tony Romo, a little annoying sometimes, just like me, but man, is his knowledge so on point. So you got to respect it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like they're saying, Baltimore is dictating on both sides of the ball what the Seattle Seahawks have to do. And eventually you have to break that somewhere. Baltimore leading 238 total yards to Seahawks 8. 17 first downs for the Baltimore Ravens to the Seahawks 4. The story is the day the Baltimore Ravens have been able to keep the Seahawks third down conversion to a 1-8, which I'm going to tell you right now, there ain't a coach out there that'll tell you if you are not converting like 40% of your third downs, you're probably not going to be leading in that game. You have to win on third downs. So many game plans and concepts are boiled down to getting into third and manageable positions, essentially, and converting the easy 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, eating the clock, keeping guys like Lamar and Patrick Mahomes off the field. That's been around since Peyton Manning was in his prime. You know what I'm saying? Like, Munchie says, sounds like a plan. Time for dab hits. You know how it be. Michael says, I got a big bucket of KFC for the Ravens game. Oh, that sounds so good right now. I went and got some Moe's chips and queso and chili con queso before the game myself as my pre-game snack. All right, 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson going to get the ball to start here in the third quarter. Handoff, that's going to be Gus Edwards. Good run up the middle. He's still going. He breaks away. He's still going. He's carrying guys with him. He's carried a linebacker down at the Seahawks 30-yard line. What a run. Da-na-na. That's going to be on ESPN later. You can count on it, guys. Wow. What a run. He carried Mafe for yards. Gus Edwards, the monster. That's why I've been yelling for him to be the starter for so many years. Justice Hill, oh, big hit on the right side. Looks like gain of maybe 3 or 4 on the play. And that is what they have been doing. Run, run, run. When they dedicate the extra guy to the running back, they do a QB keeper to the right or left, basically. Get you to go back to making, keeping your eyes on Lamar. And then they go back to rushing the ball like they have been. It's hard to deal with, man. It really is. 2nd and 6. Lamar going deep right. Oh, off the hands of Justice Hill. Good coverage, though, on the play. Had a linebacker matched up on the halfback wheel route. Time Traveler says, pretty sure Chiefs and Finns are in a tuna can shut down the German market for getting Europe into NFL. I don't usually drink till second half of a noon game. I was drinking. I feel you, my guy. That's how I joked about it with my girlfriend. I was watching the London game, but I actually didn't stream that one. And I was like, it feels a little too early to be drinking. Wondering which boring punt would knock that big scoreboard down. I know, right? Hilarious that the scoreboard was too low. 3rd and 6. Lamar Jackson looking, got a man short. That's Bateman, but it's only going to be a gain of maybe 3. And Sadly, going to bring up a fourth down. Are we in field goal range is the question. Yeah, that's hilarious, time traveler, with the whole punting situation. If I remember correctly, the Dallas Cowboys had a little bit of a situation at the beginning of their first inaugural season in their new stadium because the scoreboard was too low, and they had to make some changes in their stadium. Dang, 8 punts in a row. You know, though, the Germans, they love kicking. They probably loved every second of it. 45-yard field goal by Tucker, and it's good. Let's put my boy Tucker's gif up. And with that, Baltimore is going to extend that lead to start the third quarter, 20-3 over the Seattle Seahawks here at M&T Bank Stadium. It definitely looking like it might be a long one for the Seattle fans. I know, right? Time Traveler, it was definitely an interesting game to watch. I watched a little bit of it, and then I had to go like run errands, go to the liquor store, go to Moe's to get food and all that good stuff. All right, let's check back across the NFL since we're out here on a commercial break. Let me get that Tucker gift down. I wish I had a good switchboard to do all these gifts on, basically. We're going to get some Dancing Poe. But again, thank you for everyone who's joining us so far on this wonderful Sunday. I hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. You would make it the world to me if you would smash that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And with that, let's jump across some of these scores in the NFL. So jumping back to Vikings and Falcons, still locked in a close game. Somehow that score is 11-10. Someone must have got a safety. But 11-10 Falcons with 12 minutes in the third quarter, so they're just getting started. Browns look like somehow extended their lead, still up 13-10 over the Cardinals. 3 minutes into that third quarter. Rams finally showing some signs of life, able to get a field goal on the board. They're getting close to getting almost halfway through the third quarter. Packers, though, still lead 7-3. Who would have thought the highest scoring team so far, basically, would be the Buccaneers this week? Buccaneers leading the Texans 20-10 now in that game. Patriots extending their lead 70-10 over the Commanders. And looks like the Saints finally starting to get their shit together, able to get a field goal. They're leading 17-14 over Chicago. But can we talk about my boy Tyson Bagent again? 12 of 15 for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Looking pretty good. But we got to go check on my other boy, Clayton Tune. Let's see here. I was just hoping in to stay until dinner. I committed a war crime in my toilet at halftime. I have to take a quick shower. The kickoff away. Everyone knows, according to the Geneva Convention of Chipotle Bathroom of 1935, if one commits a crime of war in the bathroom, one must invoke the right of shower afterwards at the earliest convenience or face the consequences of swamp ass. How bad is Kirk hurt for the Vikings? He tore his Achilles, bro, if I'm not mistaken. So season ender, and this basically halfway through the season to tear your Achilles, you're not even hoping like, Aaron Rodgers, maybe you can make a half season comeback like David Ajabo was trying to do like. My shits are why we have Geneva Conventions. And like Wookie Smith said, Achilles tear, he's likely done for the season. At best, you could probably return in 9 months. But this late in the season, you're done, bro. Geno, play action, and almost gets leveled and has to get the ball away quickly. Gino almost got his head taken off by Patrick Queen. 3rd and 10 now after the forced incompletion. He got an experimental surgery, but it's what it is he probably took a surgery. He's probably taking HGM and other stuff while somehow avoiding drug testing by the NFL, kind of like Peyton Manning did, and going to try to make his Peyton Manning exit, in my opinion. To be 100% honest with you, Time Traveler, that's my opinion. And we've got a false start now on the Seahawks. Oh, back him up again and going to make it a super long on the 3rd and 6. And that's Charles Cross, the left tackle of the Seahawks. And yeah, that's an obvious false start. Yeah. And what sucks, Wookie, for the Vikings is they were on the verge of, do we sell at the trade deadline because of this bad start, which they really shouldn't have. And then that happens. And now their season really is just like fucked. And instead of selling, they brought in Josh Dobbs. What? 3rd and 15. Split back formation. Pressured. Gino just going to have to dump this ball off. Nothing deep. And good hit on the play by Patrick Queen. And that's going to be the punt team coming out probably for the Seahawks. Jay has 67, says turf-related injuries are going to put the game back on natural grass. I agree. Dude, all right. While we're getting this punt getting ready here, let me tell you, I hate artificial turf. The Baltimore Ravens team came together and asked Steve Biscotti to change the turf. Steve Biscotti changed the turf within the week for his team. Because the numbers show the nature and the seriousness. Oh, hold on. Duvernay's got a big return. He got some space, and he's out of the bounds near midfield. Great return by Duvernay. Let's go. Oh, we've got a player down here for the Seahawks. That's number 31, Dallas. We hope he's okay. But the seriousness of the injury and the trying to think of a scientific word here, but basically how often injuries occur are higher and worse on artificial turf. I can give a personal story to this. I, on a non-contact injury, snapped my fibula in half almost, down where it connects to the outside of my ankle. I spent 6 months laid up, and I was extremely lucky that my bone reset in the right manner, and the tear on the inside of my ankle wasn't that severe because of it. But I almost ended up with a fracture in my leg that could have ended up in what's known as an open fracture, meaning possible bones sticking out of skin. All because I was coming across the field on a drag route, essentially. My quarterback put the ball behind me, and when I planted my left foot to chop and come back for the ball, my entire leg just gave because the ground couldn't give, and my friend, we called him T.O. His name was K-Ron. K-Ron was 30 yards downfield and heard the sound of my ankle snap. And I'll be honest with you, that was the last time I stepped on a football field, and I told my friends, unless someone's paying for my education or my bills, you will not catch me out here on a football field again. So I hate artificial turf fields. Get rid of them. Time Traveler says, dang, I wanted Baltimore to lose. Ain't looking good for you so far, homie. Wookie says, oof. Time Traveler says, I broke my ankle and they offered a surgery. Mine was a fibula 2 on month 6. Yep. They offered surgery because it was 2 millimeter off. See, I was lucky. The way mine broke, it came and it basically set perfectly back. And, you know, I'm telling you, that was intense. My friends helped me off the field. I went into shock immediately. Could not feel my ankle. I literally sat on the sideline and told my buddies to finish the game because I was in such complete mental shock and couldn't feel anything. My buddies drove me home. They helped me to the door where I then crawled to and literally at that point I had just moved back to South Carolina. I had moved back in with my parents. I was working 2 jobs to get back out. I crawled back to my bedroom. I took some morphine and Phenergan that I had left over from my wisdom teeth. I slept the entire night through with that snapped leg. But yeah, that's when I woke up in the morning and my ankle was just ballooned. And I couldn't even get the blanket off of my foot. But yeah, your boy slept the entire night through with that snap leg. But having some type of medical knowledge, I had already kind of like braced it up a little bit, just made sure it wouldn't move, and like done what I needed to do basically to protect it. Hey, Claudia Guest says, let's go Seattle, beat that boy from Baltimore. Oh, you dirty Claudia. 2nd and 11. Short little tight end screen, and somebody missed their guy. Baltimore had like 3 guys ready to block for Mark Andrews, but one guy slipped from the left side. That's Jamal Adams, actually. Jamal Adams made a huge saving tackle there, actually. We got Chef Antonio Wooten joining us. AFC North is real. Game over. You know what's up, my guy. Like, Time Traveler said, rolled up my dad's wheelchair. My ankle and foot is swelled up, bro. I bet. Like, David Isitter says, why don't you call the damn game? I'm sorry. Back to it. 3rd and 8. Seattle looks like they're bringing pressure. They do. Lamar picked up beautifully. Short pass. That's Mark Andrews, and he's just going to be a yard short of the first down at the 48-yard line. So at the 48, yard to gain 49. Close one. I wouldn't mind going for it, but the punt's probably the safer call. They're going for it. They're going to hard count this super hard. There it is. Let's go. They got him. Let's go. Oh, poor Seattle. They fell for the hard count. The fake tush push. Chimera says, sorry, I can't hang up more. I'm trying to get my work done before we get our ass beat tonight. No worries, Chimera, my guy. I feel you, Luckily, I just got done with my accounting exam, so I've got a little bit of a break, but I've still got some calculus homework due tonight. So best of luck, my guy. No worries. Look at it, Linderbaum. First down, son. Easy. And that puts us across half field onto Seattle's side of the field. If I was the Baltimore offense coordinator, I would take a shot all the way right here. Handoff, that's going to be... Is that Keaton, I think? Yeah, that's Keaton Mitchell, but no gain. And oh, no. You got another Seattle Seahawk slow to get up on the play. That's Brooks coming off a little slow on the play. Honestly, I think just the way he's tackled Keaton Mitchell, I think he kind of took a nut shot, to be honest with you. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. That was a little, like, it seemed like his knee. 2nd and 14 after the loss. Trips right for the Ravens. Lamar trying to set up a screen and sets it up to Keaton Mitchell, and it gets blown up because he pump faked it and then went back there. And Jamal Adams comes flying downfield for another huge loss for a loss. 3rd and 18 now after the loss. I know, I agree. Time Traveler looks really gumpy-ish whenever Patrick Mahomes runs. It's almost funny. 3rd and 18, though. 8 minutes here in the third quarter. Lamar got a really clean pocket. Finds Mark Andrews, but he's got a lot of room to gain. Oh, he's able to weave! Oh, my God. If he's short by like a half a yard. Man. Munchie, I agree we need to stop all the screen passes, but the screen passes, Todd Monken's doing it for a reason. He's doing it as another way to keep the Seattle defense um, in check, essentially. It prevents you from playing certain styles. Quarterback run right. Lamar, he's got it. Let's go. And that's a first down at Seattle's 35-yard line. Baltimore trying to really put this ball away. And, oh, no, Lamar is limping a little bit. Oh, no. Lamar is limping a little bit. Hey, Mungie, I'm telling you, Keaton Mitchell, he's got those screens just need to be set up better. Better blocking by like wide receivers. Odell. But the screen passes will work eventually, trust me. Handoff, go. Ooh, some jump cuts by Justice Hill and able to pick up 4 on the play with 6:35 and ticking here in the third. And oh no, Lamar is really seems like he's having some issues with that knee now. Oh no. Oh no. Get out of here, time traveler. Even if it hurts, it's a light injury. As long as they don't run him, my guy. But like, I know, dude. We have a 300-pound fullback. Let him take those 4th and 1 handoffs. That's my opinion. Odell on the slant, and that's a catch. He's down at the 15-yard line. And in the red zone for the Ravens. Odell having a good day today. If he didn't have that fumble already, he'd have a great day, to be honest with you. Oh, he kind of dropped that one. Of course, he was already on the ground, but watch this ball. After he catches it, he's already way down. That ball kind of comes out there after he's way down. Odell, man, you better hold on that ball a little bit. Time says, you can't tell me to get out here. I liked and subscribe, and I was right. Mark Andrews with a short catch, and gain looks like 5 on the play. Baltimore inching towards that end zone. Hey, you ain't right till the injury report comes out. That's all I'm saying, time traveler. Until he misses time or till the time or the injury report comes out. That's all I'm saying. Time traveler says, "Get out of here, Darwin. It's my channel." What? All right. Back to the game. 4:55 and ticking here. Ravens in the red zone. 2nd and 5, and that's a fumble. Lamar able to get it back though. A little bit of a missed handoff by Justice Hill and Lamar. Azo says, diehard Ravens fan here, and so far, if there's one thing certain about the Ravens this year, it's a Lamar injury. Don't you say that, Azo. No. Shh. Don't you start too. Munchie says, who's our backup? Can he handle the effing rest of the season game? No. Don't you even start this. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Shh. Be quiet. Ty Chow says, should be my channel. 3rd and 9. Empty backfield, quick screen. That's going to be Duvernay, and not much to gain. And not a good screen call, but Baltimore are going to take an easy field goal now. My chat's turning against me, guys. Justin Tucker, 21 consecutive field goals made within 50. Munchie says, I just don't want him injured. Thank you, Munchie. That's all. I just got to... No, time traveler, that's you that broke your sphincter, my guy. We talked about that earlier. And with the Justin Tucker field goal, Baltimore now leading 23-3 over the Seahawks. Getting a little carried away right now. Oh my gosh. Let's jump back though across the NFL, see how we're doing. My boy Clayton Tooney needs to get his stuff together. Doesn't he know he was part of my draft special? He's got to play better. What the? How is he like 6 of 11 for 27 yards? What is going on in that game right now? How does he only have 11 pass attempts? And they only have like 9 running attempts between all the running backs. If you take away 2 of these 3 running attempts, what is going on in the Browns-Cardinals game? Like, I wish I could get their stat on time of possession. Like, that's what's going to tell. Ooh, Vikings-Falcons turning into a game, guys. They're officially past the halfway mark of the third quarter. Falcons are leading that game 21-13 now. Packers-Browns still just putting on a no-show. Total mid-game, 7-3 Packers. Buccaneers-Texans look like they're showing a good game too. Buccaneers holding on to their lead, but Texans are coming back. Buccaneers up 23-16. And the back and forth continues. Commanders are now up 20-17 on the Patriots, guys. I've got a lot of Patriots fans. I know they're probably foaming at the mouth right now. And of course, the game I've got my eye on after this game, potentially, is the Bears taking on the Saints. Tyson Bagent now 15 of 19 for 202 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. They're tied 17 all. And again, who knew about Tyson Bagent? What? Who could have guessed the undrafted rookie free agent? Oh, who would have known? Hold on. I think we have a gift for this. Justice Hill's gift is. Your boy knew. Oh, Munchie got me my stat. Time of possession, Arizona 13-58, Cleveland 24-31. So, of course, it's favored toward Cleveland, but like, holy shit, you've got that much time of possession. You must have been slow as fuck running every play. That's just a disgrace, man. You're not doing my boy Clayton Tooney any props. I'm mad. I'm mad right now at Arizona for this. Tyson Bagent's been given his chance. And again, those that know, Tyson Bagent made it through. He became an undrafted rookie free agent. I absolutely promise you, as a GM of any team that was looking for second or third string depth at quarterback, I would have been banging the table to spend a 6th or 7th round pick on Tyson Bagent. So again, New York Giants, any team that's desperate for a scout, please hit me up. Kyle Hamilton on the blitz, forces the throw and caught just out on the outside left side by Jackson Smith and Jiba. 49ers ultimate port. Ravens 23-3, playing really great. Ravens looking scary. I know, man. I'm telling you, my Ravens are no joke, and we're finally getting healthy at the right time in the season. Handoff, that's going left. Good cut by Kenneth Walker. Bounces it outside and able to pick up the first down for the Seahawks. 3:02 and ticking here in the third quarter. And we've got a flag. And they're signaling it's coming back. It's going to be against Evan Brown, the center of the Seahawks. I'm guessing holding. Time Traveler says Seattle trying to make it a 2-score game before half. Who gets ball? Bro, we're in the third quarter, homie. Lamar already got the ball back, and that's how we got the field goal. This game's getting ugly. We're almost into the fourth quarter. Blitz is coming again. And oh my God, Patrick Queen absolutely destroys Kenneth Walker in the backfield. And that's going to bring up a third and really long. 3rd and 16, guys. Time Traveler says, I'm not drunk. You're drunk. I'm trying to get drunk. We're sipping on some Crown and Coke. We got our Charm City Football Cup. This is one of the mini swag that we got at the Baltimore Ravens training camp this year at M&T Bank Stadium. Your boy is such a diehard fan. I drove 18 hours to go to that training camp, guys. 18 hours one way. Oh! Kyle Hamilton almost had a pick. Would have been a pick 6. Oh my God. Brings up a 4th down. Gino was looking for Noah Fant, and Kyle Hamilton jumps in front of him, and oh my God. And look at Kyle Hamilton on the sideline doing push-ups for dropping the ball. Respect to the young man. And I remember, guys, if you're not a Ravens fan, Kyle Hamilton in his rookie season blew some assignments bad. Like in the Miami game where Miami came back and blew us out in the big comeback win. Kyle blew so many assignments. It was a hard start, but safety is a hard position for rookies to start at. And even though you've got my Raven breakdowns, and I said, hey, man, but even in those videos, I said, hey, he's a young rookie. Give him time. After 5 games, I said, hey, guys, if you look through Kyle Hamilton's first 9 games as a Raven and Ed's, they're kind of similar stat-wise, to be honest with you. Of course, I'm not saying Kyle Hamilton's Ed Reed by any margin, but give the young rookie a little bit of time. And now look at him. Look at him playing like one of the best safeties in the NFL right now. Time traveler, why are you so drunk and high, my guy? As long as you live in a legal state, though, that's all that matters. We do not condone illegal activities on the stream. And we support moderation and healthy lifestyle choices. Natty Ice. Yep, your boy's drinking some Crown and Coke out of his Charm City football cup. Michael 1980 says, you're not a true Ravens fan unless you have a custom Ravens cereal box like me. Oh, that's dirty. That's dirty. Can I say if I'm a Ravens fan, if I drove 18 hours one way to get to Baltimore, and then when I left Baltimore at 2 a.m, when I drove back, I also had to pack up some stuff from storage in Myrtle Beach. So when I drove back from Baltimore, I left Baltimore at 2 a.m. I got back in our apartment here in Fort Myers at 3 a.m. I drove for 24 hours straight to get back home so I could also get back to my 8:30 a.m. calculus class on Monday. If that's not dedication to see the behind the scenes extra little bit knowledge about your team, I don't know what is. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, 100%, keep it real. I would love to start businesses, but if I can't ever be an entrepreneur, I think what I would love to do is be an NFL scout. But from just everything I've read, it's an extremely hard field to get into unless you know somebody or, of course, played at a professional level at some point. But I've just always loved the draft so much. I love the chance of bringing in youth to an organization. I love flipping teams. I enjoy, when I play Madden, I enjoy building a team more than I actually enjoy playing the game, to be honest with you. Lamar Jackson looking deep, though. We're getting back to the game, and got a man. That's going to be Bateman, and that's going to put the Ravens on the Seahawks side of the field again with 1:35 and ticking here in the third quarter. And Bateman just reads what's going on, reads that Lamar has time and where Lamar's looking, where the coverage is. Just good adaptability in the route running there. Time Trevor says, still only 2 here in Key State. Chad drinking some Jack. Cheers, my guy. And Azo says, where the hell are you driving from 18 hours to get to Baltimore? Basically all the way down in Fort Myers. So basically Key West. I'm driving from Cuba, my guy, to get to Baltimore. And also I'm that type of guy. When I get to Richmond, Virginia, I'll rather drive out of the way and enjoy a nice mountain view and go a little slower than sit in traffic. So part of the issue too. Azo said, not Myrtle Beach. I just did that drive in July and made it 8 hours. Oh no, to Myrtle Beach from where I'm at is about 10 hours if I take some of the off-roads. 9 if I'm doing... Oh! There's Keaton Mitchell! Let's go! The undrafted rookie from Eastern Carolina! breakaway speed, 7 rushes, 78 yards. Get him in your fantasy leagues, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Let's watch this again. Makes a man miss, makes a man miss, makes a man miss. And then just turns on the burners and beats Woolen and Adams to the end zone. I've been trying to tell y'all about him. Baltimore didn't know because he's had some injury problems at the beginning of the season. This is another running back who I featured on my pre-draft special, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you go back and watch my pre-draft special in my running back room, I look like a Pro Bowl NFL scout right now. And I've got 2 quarterbacks that are starting this weekend as well. That, again, my thing is only second round or later, and I focused even guys that were borderline first to second, I kept them off my board. So I'm just saying, guys, I'm just saying, like, I tried to been telling y'all about this young man. I've been trying to tell y'all. He looks like the young Justice Hill. Might even be a little faster. Whoo. I'm heated. I'm heated. Oh, I didn't know his dad played for the Ravens. So while we're waiting for the field goal, the kickoff, all this, I'm going to get back into our chat here. And that's going to take us to 30-3 now. Baltimore actually matching their score from the 2019 meeting now at this point, which I really did not expect, to be honest with you. Time Traveler says, I get this. I live on Kansas-Missouri border. Kansas side to drive 15 minutes and cross border. I actually know how that is. Time Traveler, I lived in Bentonville, Arkansas, which you might actually know where that is because that's Walmart's home office, and I used to be able to drive into Missouri. If I'm not mistaken, Missouri has 24-hour liquor stores. And when I was the charter coordinator for the University of Arkansas and I got to meet Tennessee, USC, and LSU, I actually had to hire a third-party screening service from Kansas City to drive down and do the private screening of these college teams. So that's super cool, though. It is the third quarter. It's almost fourth, though. And handoff left going for the Seahawks, gain of what looks like maybe 4 on the play. Logan says his emotions change very quickly. Hey, that's what it's all about, right? It's a roller coaster ride. Time Traveler says, why isn't 34 taking up the run roll more from Lamar? Time Traveler, that's Keaton Mitchell, an undrafted rookie free agent from Eastern Carolina University. And like I've been saying, he actually was dealing with some injuries at the beginning of the season. Baltimore had to try to sneak him onto the practice squad and bring him back. They were terribly scared he was going to get taken, just like Caillou Blue Kelly did, who, of course, Caillou Blue Kelly is sitting on the opposite sideline for the Seahawks. Inactive today for the Seahawks, though. But we drafted him, and then he got taken by the Seahawks because we tried to stash him on the practice squad. And then, of course, we needed defensive backs badly. But as someone that watched preseason, guys, I'm telling you, I really don't mind that Caillou Blue Kelly left. Dude, in the preseason, I give a lot of room for growth for rookies, but Caillou was getting eaten up in the preseason worse than undrafted rookie corners I've seen. And it was not a good look. Hey, Time Traveler says, I have land in Northwest Arkansas. Yeah, I was the performance manager up there at XNA for a while. Call Cell Gaming says, Gino is poopy. I mean, dude, Baltimore's defense is just that good. And me and Joe Stevens of Seahawks talked about it Friday night, that this game could really get bad if a team gets ahead. And the Ravens got ahead kind of early, and it didn't look good. Munchie says, time to decide if we bench our starters or run up the score. I say bench the starters. You know, I'm going to be honest. Maybe one more drive, yeah, and I take Lamar out of the game, to be honest with you. TTV Elit says, easy win for Baltimore. Nah, no win in the NFL is easy. But it definitely was a good win by Baltimore. And we might have just watched the emergence of Baltimore's new run RB1, basically, in Keaton Mitchell. I love the young man. Like I say, he's just getting healthy. So he might be coming back into our most crucial time where we need the run game to step up the most at his healthiest, which would be, again, a home run for Baltimore, essentially. And like I said, Time Traveler, he's technically an undrafted rookie free agent. So again, the amount of teams that passed on him, and not only is he got good speed, he's really good at pass catching, and he's got really good special teams potential as well. So he actually in training camp was, I thought, going to take the job from Devin Duvernay, our Pro Bowl punt returner, just because he's so good. And, he was our fourth string running back. Geno going deep, and he's got a man. What a catch by Jackson Smith-Njigba. Time Traveler says, that's a dime. Absolutely, that was a dime. Logan says, I called the Ravens winning this. I mean, yeah, But again, I'm telling you, man, NFL teams, you know where to find me. Darwin's Raven on 20 on Twitter. I promise, if you hire me and put me on a contract, I'm way more professional than I am here on stream. I try to be live and, a personality here on stream, essentially. Blitz coming by the Ravens! And Geno just has to throw that away. They're just bringing corner blitzes and linebackers, and Geno's having to run for his life now. But again, go back, check my draft special. Apparently, I've got an eye for running backs and maybe for quarterbacks too. And if that's what you're looking for, hit me up. Oh, we've got an update. The Saints just got a touchdown. They're now leading 24-17 with 11 minutes in that game over the Bears. Azo says it would be cool during downtime if you keep us with the other games. I know I am trying to, Azo. I'm trying. Time Traveler says this is only his third game. Yeah, it is. It is. And it's been very limited snaps in the other ones. Geno going deep, and great coverage by Marlon Humphrey on DK Metcalf that time. Just no chance for a ball. A little bit overthrown, and we've got a flag on the play. Let me pull up these other games here. Oh, that's an offsides by Baltimore's defensive lineman. Going to give them a reattempt on down. Oh, update, guys. Vikings-Falcons tied 21-all right now at the very end of the third quarter. So after this Ravens game, stay tuned. We might actually head straight into another game as well. 2nd and 5. Baltimore looks like they're bringing the pressure. They are. Geno gets it away, and that's going to be Jackson Smith-Njigba over the middle with another good catch. Roquan Smith on the tackle. And, of course, Roquan Smith still in the top 5 consideration of tackles in the NFL before the game, sitting at number 4th. And, of course, Geno Stone getting an interception earlier, extending his lead in the NFL as the interception leader. 1st and 10, ball at approximately the 25-yard line of the Ravens. Seahawks are looking to put some points on the board, keeping it competitive. Geno going deep again, and Marlon in coverage. No flag on the play. Ball definitely just uncatchable. Tyler Lockett targeted on the play. '49ers Ultimate Report says, Darwin, you are 25 subscribers away from 400. Shout out to the chat for subscribing. Thank you, 49ers Ultimate. And thank you, everyone. I mean, guys, dude, we're getting so close, guys. Y'all have been helping me crush these goals every week, so I appreciate you. Let me update that quarter real quick as well. Geno. And we're seeing this. Geno just taking shot. Oh, what a catch. Number 9, Kenneth Walker with a one-handed jumping catch. But sadly, it's just a short catch. Time Traveler says the Bears are losing. Say it ain't so. I know. I need my boy Tyson Bagent to win this game. Like, He's looking pretty good, but like, I'm going to keep saying pretty good because I compared him to Brock Purdy in the pre-draft process. Like I said, he could be this year's Brock Purdy, so I think it's kind of funny. And we've got a timeout. Ravens on the 3rd and 8. They're going to take a second to get their play together. Time Traveler says the Rams are embarrassing themselves against Green Bay. I know. I've got Puka Nacua. So in fantasy football, guys, I've got Nacua and DJ Moore. So 2 of the top 5 wide receivers in the NFL. So your boy has been crushing it over the past like 5 weeks or 3 or 4 weeks. But I did lose last week and I am down this week. Man, and again, Cardinals got to get something going. They're still down 20-0. But we've got an exciting game. Start of the 4th quarter, Buccaneers-Texans, 23-22. Buccaneers up by a single point. All right, 3rd and 8, Baltimore, bring in the pressure. Short pass, and oh my God. That's Geno Stone absolutely leveling the wide receiver. That's going to be a 1-yard game. And we're going to expect probably the field goal unit for the Seahawks to come out. Ooh! He hit him in. Ooh! That's deserving of a GIF. Damn! Oh, they're going to go for it, though, on 4th and 7. Baltimore looks like they're bringing double A gap. They bring 4 only. Geno's rolling, throwing deep. Almost intercepted by Geno Stone. Ball intended for DK. But Geno and Marlon, they're on the play. And Geno almost coming away with his 2nd interception of the game. Oh, my God. Almost. Michael asking a good question. How much longer do you think Marlon Humphrey can play at this level? I think Marlon's got 3 years at least in him. I want to say maybe 2. Either way, though, Brandon Stevens is looking really good for us right now. We've got quite a few good players up and coming. I really wish Jalen Armour Davis and Demarion Pepe Williams could stay healthy. I think if they stayed healthy, I think Demarion would be pushing Geno Stone for interceptions right now in the NFL, to be 100% honest with you. I think he's that good of a nickel corner, and I think he's got great ball skills. But dude can't keep his knee healthy to save his life. Roth Tiberius Kane dropping into the chat says Seahawks need to fire their offensive coordinator ASAP. Ooh, sharp words there. I think this guy was up for some head coaching jobs too, like not too long ago. So that's like hard to see, even as a Ravens fan. But people just don't understand, man. The Ravens defense is playing so lights out right now. And if you have a single weakness, they are taking advantage of it. Earlier, the Kyle Van Noy 2nd sack on the stunt on the left side of the Seattle Seahawks line, right side for the Ravens. If you don't know, we talked about it a little bit at the very beginning of the game. Anthony Bradford, the rookie left guard for the Seattle Seahawks out this game. I've talked about him a little with Joe. We talked about him during the draft. He was one of the guys that I covered in my pre-draft special for offensive line. But he's out for this game. And the Ravens really go after, if you are missing a guy, we saw it, they did it to the Lions, and that's how they dismantled the really good offensive line of the Lions. Through good game planning, proper regulated stunts, and good and effective pressures when they're called for. And we're just seeing that again today. And it's again why, again, it literally breaks my heart. But I have to be truthful. I've heard rumors in circles that Mike McDonald is gathering a lot of eyes, or Mac McDonald's gathering a lot of eyes right now from NFL GMs for a head coaching job. with how he's run this Baltimore defense, and also just how highly the defensive players speak of McDonald, basically. Eric Wallace says, I'm going to throw up, Seahawks fan here. Oh, man, I'm so sorry for you. John J. We've got Sensitive, a new Seahawks fan, join us in here. Y'all won. I think we need to bench Geno and fire their offensive coordinator. Defense gave us chances. Offense won't return the favor. Our defense is tired. That's a good take, Sensitive. I absolutely agree with that take, to be honest with you. 2nd and 10, toss play going to Keaton Mitchell. They're going to keep feeding the young man. Oh, my God. Shook a man off. Another big run. Makes another man miss. He's going. Keep going. He's so tired. He's down at the 17-18. The young undrafted rookie free agent going over 100 yards. Let's go. I've been trying to tell y'all. When y'all gonna start listening to me? God. Sensitive, I know one thing my buddy Joe Stevens of Seahawks Talk said. We were both really rooting for the Seahawks to get Hendon Hooker, who of course ended up with the Lions. I think y'all needed to get him to develop him behind Geno. So I understand your frustrations a little bit. Hand up the middle, that's Justice Hill, and going nowhere on the play. Gonomi says Vikings are playing with their 3rd-string quarterback and are coming from behind and tied with the Falcons 21-21. I know, it's nuts. They traded for Josh Dobbs from the Cardinals, too, which is even crazier. Time traveler, why pass for 350 when you couldn't run for over 200? Exactly. My God, though. Keaton Mitchell, though. Putting on a show. And teams had a chance to steal him, I think, because I think he did go to practice squad for just a little bit before we elevated him. Oh, I'm so excited for that young man. Lamar Jackson, fake screen, going deep. Oh! Oh, my God. Almost intercepted. That's Devon Witherspoon, the rookie out of Illinois, 1st-round pick. Had a chance on it. The ball's a little wobbly and slow from Lamar. And, Devon had a chance. If he had got the pick, had one man, maybe Lamar, to beat, too. Kid's a stud. Unlucky right there. My God, dude, I must have slammed my elbow. I've got a huge bruise on my elbow. I don't know what I hit it on, and probably one of the big runs. 3rd and 10, 9:40 on the clock here for the Ravens. Lamar, over the middle. That's my boy Isaiah Likely, the CCU alum, and another 1st down for the Ravens. Ball's down at what looks like the 5 or 6 yard line, and Lamar Jackson's out of the game, guys. It's official. They have taken Lamar Jackson out of the game. I believe that's Huntley in now. Yep. Snoop's in the game. It's official. Lamar has been taken out of the game, no longer needed. My gosh, guys. My gosh. The backups are in. Huntley, short little tight end screen to Likely, and nowhere on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and goal from the 6 or 7. Yep. Sorry, it looks like Lamar's going to exit this game healthy for all the haters. I know he looked like he had a little bit of hurt. You know, it's probably a little bruised, but he looks happy as a motherfucker on the sideline to me. Just saying. I know, yes, but no. Yes, but no. I need to shut my mouth. Oh, Vikings take the lead 24-21. If the Ravens score one more touchdown, I might change my broadcast, guys, to another game. Oh, and Huntley go looking for Odell, not able to get there. Oh, now that Lamar's out of the game, that kills my fantasy points. Gus Edwards did me solid, but Zay did me dirty. And Nukua still ain't done nothing. But let me know, guys. Since, we're so far ahead, Lamar's out of the game, which game would you like me to jump to and finish in the 1 o'clock slot before we bring Joe Stevens on for our post-game analysis. I'm going to veto anyone saying Brown Cardinals. I'm sorry. No, Lamar's fine, Abraham. We're just so far ahead. And there's Odell. A touchdown in the left back pylon. Do a little dance. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. Do a little dance. Get a little turn. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm scoring tonight. Ooh, ooh. All right, I'm done, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry I subjected y'all to that horror. As the announcer just said, this is an old-fashioned tushy kicking. And Justin Tucker right down the middle. And with 8:14, Lamar Jackson's coming out of the game because we're too far ahead. Baltimore leads 37-3. But yeah, what game would y'all like me to jump to real quick? I'll jump to another 1 o'clock slot game. I know we got a couple good ones. We've got Rams taking on the Packers with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That game's 3-13. We've got Buccaneers Texans in a close game, 23-13. Commanders Patriots 20-17. Bears Saints 17-24. Like, we've got a lot of good games going on right now in the 1 o'clock slot. Who would y'all like me to jump to and cover for the rest of the game? I think it's safe to say that the Ravens are going to win this game and that Raven fans can go ahead and enjoy the rest of their afternoon. No wing to speak. New to the channel. Let's go Ravens. Was at the Louisville game yesterday. Cards crushed it. Love the channel. I appreciate you, my guy. Thanks for dropping in. We appreciate it. Logan, we're stomping the Seahawks. I like to now say a good old tushy kicking. Good old tushy kicking. But what game, chat, would y'all like me to cover here for the rest of this 1 o'clock slot? I feel like the Ravens game is good and done. I'm happy with it. I'm leaning towards the Bears Saints just because I've got, a little bit of cards on the table for Tyson Bagent. But Commanders Patriots probably good. Buccaneers Texans just went to 29-30. And we might have some Ram fans in here, actually. Munchie says, I'm glad the Ravens won, but I was kind of expecting the game to be at least can be competitive. I agree, Munchie. My original score prediction Friday with Joe Stevens, the Seahawks talk, was going to be a 17-10 game, if I'm not mistaken. So I expected it to be a low-scoring, close game. I'm excited the Ravens offense did what they wanted to do, though. Azo, you are certainly right. It was nice having this to listen to. I got the notifications on for the next one. I appreciate you, Azo. That means a lot to me. I'll be honest, there's been a few weeks here and there, guys, where, to keep it real, your boy was a little depressed. And I always like talking to my girlfriend. Like, I don't even know why I'm doing this channel. I'm never going to hit my subscription goals. There's just no point, And then I'd come back every week, and y'all been here to support me, and it honestly, it means a lot to me, so I appreciate y'all being here. Ravens is my team. Great win. Munchie's voting for Bears Saints. Roe Fisher says, thanks from South Carolina. Hey, the good old Grand Strand down there in South Carolina. Knowing speak. Oh, I know. I've been telling people about Keaton Mitchell, man, and I've been just waiting for that young man to get healthy. And I've tried to tell people a long time ago. I had someone actually get angry with me because I said, guys, I think Baltimore has the overall best running back room in the NFL, and it's not even close. Between J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, Justice Hill, Keaton Mitchell, and then, of course, we had Melvin Gordon kind of just chilling on the practice squad. And I was like, there ain't no one that comes close. And again, I'll be honest, what I really want to do, I would love to be a scout for the Baltimore Ravens, is ideally like where I would want to be in life. If I'm not running my own business, of course. But it's never, that easy, of course. The Ravens do technically have my resume on roster. But I'll be honest, I would go to any team that would take me, that would just give me a chance in the NFL. And again, my pre-draft special makes me seem like I've got an eye for certain positions. I wish it was more for defense, but I'll be honest, I haven't checked my defensive draft special as much. But my offensive draft special looks pretty damn good. And again, it's very selected prospects. Azo, keep it up, man. I know you've been for a while. I just got to takes when it happens. I know. And you know what? Honestly, I'm making progress every week. Hey, Nuno Alves, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Um, I'm trying, man. The defense is probably the most impressive lately. They are, and I've been telling people in the Raven chats, the cornerback room's just devastated. Wait till they get healthy. I was like, wait till Marlon comes back. Wait till Marcus Williams. We don't even have Marcus yet. Like, the Raven secondary is just getting healthy, and it's showing. Like, all right, we're actually though. You know, let me get the. I'm gonna get the game cast switched over here too for the Bears Saints game here. Perfect, got it. Michael says, I'm the opposite. I like a good old-fashioned butt whooping in any sport. I like to watch blowout, especially if it's my team that's winning. I know, it always is good. I got a weird thing for the draft and, like, bringing in young prospects and, like, their future. I don't know why. I just like it. But, all right, we got a 3rd and 9 here. Saints in the shotgun formation at the 45-yard line of the Bears. Short pass going right, and Carr misses. And, oh, the Bears are going to get this ball back, guys, with 3:49 here in a one-score game in what looks like New Orleans. And I agree, knowing to speak, I'm usually pretty realistic and pessimistic about, the Ravens' chances. And I've been telling people I have not felt this optimistic about the Ravens' chances to win a Super Bowl in a very long time, basically, since the Super Bowl run. So I'm ecstatic about it. Just overall, the entire team is probably the best it's been in a long time. Punt away for the Saints. Oh! Dun-dun-dun. We just had an ESPN top 10 play here. In the in the Saints Bears game. Ball bounces on the 2-yard line, gonna go into the end zone. The Saints player dive, smacks the ball back to like the 1.5-yard line and out of bounds. Oh my God, that was a great play by number 27 of the Saints on special teams. Was that Yaya Diaby? No way it was. I'm going to try to keep an eye on the other games here too, though, with the game of the lowest time. Lowest time game, Commander Patriots. Bayesian got a man over the middle. That's going to be Komet for a 7-yard gain, it looks like. 3:32, and my boy, Tyson Bagent, gonna make this, man. I got faith, my boy. I got faith. Trips left for the Bears. 2nd and 4. Saints only bringing 3. Taking a deep shot, and I'm surprised that's not pass interference, but no call on the play. Ooh. Not the best throw by Tyson Bagent. Yeah, guy was over top technically. 3rd and 4. Stack formation for the Bears. Bagent. Oh, batted down at the line of scrimmage. Oh, that's unfortunate. Going to be a 4th and 4. 2:57. Chicago does have all 3 timeouts, so they can't afford to punt the ball away which it looks like they will. I'm going to be right back, chat. Apologize. I just really got to blow my nose or I'm going to die. Oh, we got a late flag on the play. Oh, face mask on the kicking team. Rip. That sucks for the Bears. Am I getting a call? I am. What up, Joe?
What?
Not much, my guy. I think your audio should be coming. Oh, wait, hold on. I have to mute the game.
Want me to restart Skype again?
Yeah, try restarting Skype real quick.
All right, be right back.
Yep. Sorry, guys. I got Joe Stevens about to join us for some post-game analysis of the Seahawks. Go back here. Now I'm digging your channel, man. Keep it up. I've got to drive my kids to work. Have fun, everyone. Happy Sunday, and thanks for having me. Let's go Ravens. We'll be back. Hey, be safe driving your kids, and have a great Sunday if I don't see you again, by the way. But we got Joe Stevens about to join us here in the chat as well. Give me one moment here. Ravens are about to score again, Logan? That's nuts, bro. I should be able to bring Joe in. I know now I got to pull up NFL.com so I can keep track of that score. The Ravens score again. Like, my God, dude. I need the Saints to go 3 and out here, too. All right, there's Joe. Why is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool.
You got it?
Yep. Oh, it's loud. Let's see here.
Sure
Hey, I got Joe on stream. Welcome. We got Joe Stevens from Seahawks Talk joining us in. Welcome, my guy.
We won, right?
Yeah, totally. That's exactly what happened.
In the draft position, yeah.
Yeah. If the draft was now. Are we really about to score again on you, Joe?
No, you did.
Oh my God, dude. I turned the game off. I'm covering the Bears game right now because it got so bad.
Oh, you don't ever turn a fucking game off.
No. We took Lamar Jackson out of the game. It's time to turn the game off.
Hey, question. Do you think you can share your screen with me?
Let me see here. Skype.
Sorry, I'm not trying to.
No, you're
make
good.
It terrible in the first minute.
What do you want me to share with you?
Just so I could see like we did the other day with the OBS.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no problem. You should be able to see it now.
Yeah, sweet.
Yep. So this is what it looks like in my OBS with you on and like the chat going and it does. Yeah, I'm about to say it looks like it paused your thing. Oh, it's probably because I might be screen. Is it because I'm screen sharing or?
Can you still hear me?
I can still hear and see you fine is the weird part, like. But it froze your
My
Skype.
face, whatever. At least it's not the worst face I've ever made in my life. Oh, there we go. There we go.
I gotta like have it like up, like I think I hit the minimize button. It's just like my Gamecast. If I hit the minimize button, it actually like drops it out in a way, kind of for some reason.
Yeah. What'd you think of that game, man?
Dude, that
That
was.
sucked.
I did not expect it to be such a freaking blowout. Like, to be honest with you, I really thought we were gonna have a much closer game. But of course, I'm ecstatic about it. Ravens are showing their defense is legit.
Yeah, I would. I don't blame this game on our defense whatsoever. I think we kind of held you guys to what I expected to. Obviously, there was the 2 first quarter touchdowns with Gus Edwards, but our offense just did not put our defense in a position to basically play a game, right? Because they were tired by the end of the first half, and you could tell it. I mean, you could tell it, right?
Right.
The Seahawks defense was completely gassed.
Hold on, sorry. Saints just missed their 47 field goal. It's still going to be a one point game or one score game, and the Chicago Bears are going to get the ball back now with 2:26 with good field position. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I just figured I'd say that. I knew I had to come on here.
Oh, I know, right? Like, gotta explain like what happened. Like, I'm confused what happened on your offense. Like, don't get me wrong, the Ravens played good D, and we definitely went after Anthony Bradford being out at your left guard position. We definitely ran a couple. That's where actually Kyle Van Noy's second sack came from. We ran a stun aimed right at your left guard replacement, basically. And
No, he's the starter.
wait, he is?
That's the healthiest we've had our offensive line all year.
Oh,
Yeah, Damian Lewis.
I thought Bradford was your starter, but out
No,
this game.
Phil Haynes played. Phil Haynes was in right guard, which was where Anthony.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we played a shitty ass game offensively. It's just one of those games that you don't even want to like think about going into.
You want to forget about it, like.
But we have a whole 7 days to think about it and think about how we don't want to get embarrassed like that again. I think that we don't want to get embarrassed again. I mean, that's insane. We play the Redskins in 6 days or 7 days. I think we'll bounce back, get another win. It showed how good your guys' defense was. I think that's a thing.
I know, right? Like, I mean, at least like you said, you got Commanders. I don't know how the rest of your schedule looks this season, but I think y'all have it a little better than us at the end of the season here. No?
We don't. In a 4-week stretch, we have the 49ers, Cowboys, 49ers, Eagles.
Ooh, my God, bro. That is fucking rough. And of course, right after you got beat by us, like.
Yeah. And you know what? I kind of expected to lose this game going into it. I just didn't expect our offense to be piss poor as they were.
Man, like Geno should have been taking more of those deep shots, I feel like, early. It just, y'all refused to go deep early, and what I saw from your deep game, it seemed to be working late, and of course, you could have maybe got some flags in your favor. Like, it was a little frustrating.
So I was sitting there. Obviously, I haven't watched the replay yet. This is just kind of my instant reaction. We got out physical.
Oh no! Tyson Bagent just got strip sacked. Fuck!
I better turn on the.
Sorry. No, it's over now. Basically, with that strip sack. Sadly. Ugh.
I'm just so fucking done right now. I mean, I can't lie to you guys on there.
No, I mean, dude, anyone would feel that way after watching what just happened to your team, essentially. I'm going to tell you right now, if it was a 30, it's not even over yet, and then we're still scoring. 37-3 game, I'm going to tell you right now, I'd be in a certain type of mood too, my guy. I'm also sorry you had to be Keaton Mitchell's come-out game. Like...
Yeah, and here's the thing, too, is I'm not one of those people that gets mad or defensive, right? I don't think the Seahawks suck.
Definitely not.
I think that the offense needs to come back to life because, I mean, realistically, other than the quarterback, what more can you ask for?
Yeah.
What more?
I was just about to ask, what's the problem? What's the fix?
You tell me. Our offensive line has been great the past 3 games, with even fluctuations.
Gino had some nice pockets in that game. Like some he got rushed, but he had some clean fucking pockets early.
And then, okay, so other than that, our tight ends have been a pretty good group. As far as, like you said, no, we don't have the all-star tight end. Our wide receivers, I'd say top 7 in the NFL, even though
Easy.
You saw at the first drive of the Seahawks, Jackson Smith and Jigba dropped that pass, and
that was a gut wrencher.
How are you? As soon as that happened, you're kind of like, okay.
That's like with the game where the Ravens had 8 drops when we lost that game. I think against the Steelers. Like, you can just tell it's going to be one of those days right off the rip.
So, yeah, it was just, like you said, it's just one of those days. I'm happy to join you, though. I always love talking to you. You know that.
Yeah,
so.
I know. We're going to have to look. We're going to have to do a game breakdown, do the NFL eye in the sky breakdown one day of like, maybe this game might be a good one because you did play a good defense and you got to figure out good defenses eventually. And God, if you had troubles here, the Niners are going to be a hard one because their pass rush is better than ours. Like,
yeah, but their secondary is much worse.
Yes, I will agree with you on that. Which they'll probably come in this chat and start yelling at both of us for saying that, but No,
their secondary sucks. I mean, let's be honest. The 49ers secondary sucks. They should have traded for a cornerback. Weren't able to get the deal done, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Geno Stone got another interception. Was that who picked off Geno Smith?
Yep, the early one. Basically, like we talked about, the Ravens got ahead early. Y'all were forced to take more downfield shots. He threw a really bad ball, But I did see him yelling at, was it Lockett?
I was gonna say that. So that's one thing I was gonna say. If you look at the replay before the play, Tyler Lockett's going, "What's the play? What's the play? What's the play?" And that was the only person that Geno looked at the whole play, kind of expecting Tyler to be there.
Like, yeah.
What's good? This game, I know the score looks worse than it was for our defense. I don't think our defense played that bad.
It really wasn't. We had some big gap plays, like the Keaton Mitchell plays, that really helped us break away. I've been trying to tell y'all about Keaton Mitchell.
Well, even then, that was late.
Yeah. Second half.
I just say you can't expect your defense to play 60 minutes when your offense, or 50 minutes when your offense is playing 10.
Yeah,
they can't get down the field.
Exactly. If your defense just has to keep coming out because your offense is going 3 and out, it's gonna be a long day.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: the Seahawks are still tied for first place, still control our own destiny. Just the offense, fuck. Like to the point where even
I feel like it's got to be a schematic issue.
Well, I talked to you on Friday. I was like, who do we got? Drew Lock? To the point where when Huntley was in there, I was like, fucking bring in Drew Lock. Who fucking cares?
I know, over. Right? Like, Drew Lock at least was known for having a cannon of arm. But if I remember my notes on Drew Lock, his short game was never that good.
No, it sucks.
Like,
how about his reads suck? I don't know.
And it's one of those ones you want a quarterback to be able to push deep, but if you can't run the short game and control the clock with like short third and fourth passes, like you're not gonna last long in the NFL.
Bring this up too. Geno Smith can't have that many balls batted.
Dude, that was. You got to give a little bit of credit to the offensive line of the Ravens. Our defensive line, like we got some studs, and that's like. We talked about in the show, Brent Urban, who didn't actually even have one, but in college was almost tied with T.J. Watt's all-time college record.
Brought that up on Friday.
Yep. So I'm telling you, it's a vocal point because the Ravens know we can keep teams into a 3rd and 4 or 3rd and 5. At that point, it's a short passing game. Any well-coached defensive line knows the chance, like case in point, if I'm playing Brock Purdy gets the ball off in about 2.7 seconds at the longest on some of his throws, meaning you're not going to get to him. If you can't get to him, what's the next best option? Read his eyes, try to read the slant or quick out, and get your hands up. And the Ravens are just showing coaching.
Did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
They did a hell of a job. And I'd point half at the Seahawks offense sucking ass. But half of it was the Ravens defense was completely doing their jobs.
Devon Witherspoon dropped an easy interception too. That was unlike him. Like so unlike him.
It was so late in the game though.
Yeah, it would have made
Ravens.
much of a difference, but
Yeah, I mean, hey man, let's just. I don't have a lot to complain about the Seahawks defense, and I know I shouldn't be saying that, giving up 37 points, but Jesus Christ, our
hey,
offense
we got more people
couldn't get
trying to drop in
anything
the
going.
chat. We got 49ers Ultimate Port dropping in. But I know we should. I about to say we probably should do a video one day where we just break down what's going on in that, like on the Seattle defense and how the Ravens took advantage of it and like what y'all could do to fix it. Or I'm sorry, the offense. I mean, I'm sorry
Yeah,
because
well, let's do
I
it this
because
week. What day you got? What day you got available? Let's fucking do it. I'll do any
let
day
me
but
think.
Wednesday.
Hold on, let me take a look. I know my personal life, and I also got to like check my school calendar here. Um, take a look here.
Sorry, I'm not being an ass, but
No, you're good, dude. Because I feel it. If my Ravens got blown out, I'd be like, "Yo, we gotta fix this shit." Like it was one of those ones. The Ravens' offense started slow, and I was like, "All right, how do we fix it?" Okay, so we done the counter game a little bit. We definitely need to go spread them out a little more. What did the Ravens do? They came out, spread them, picked up the pace, and we went and put our first score on the board. And I was like, "Fuck, guys! Like it's that easy
you know what
sometimes."
they did effectively is they ran the fucking ball. They
Mm-hmm.
ran the ball effectively against us.
You know, it's funny. It wasn't until Keaton Mitchell came in that we started like really like he would had a 7 yard average going into halftime, I think, or 6.9. And then after halftime they started feeding him more, and that's when he 30 yard gain, 60 yard gain.
Yards per
Like
carry. I'm just looking at the stats right now. Yards per carry. The Ravens had 7.3, and it wasn't because of the quarterback.
it's all Keaton,
That,
bro.
I'd say that we contained Lamar pretty well. Fuck, dude.
Like I said, dude, I've been trying to tell people he kept getting injured to start the season. And the thing is, Keaton Mitchell was known in college for being a receiving back, too. So he hasn't even shown us his greatest potential yet.
28 rushing yards Seahawks had.
Ooh.
To 298.
Oh my God, bro. Yeah, Keaton Mitchell, 9 carries, 138 yards, 15.3 yard average. Gus Edwards, 5 carries for 52 yards, average 10 yards a carry. Like,
and I don't know. I said this out loud during the game. I had some friends over, obviously. I came right back here before the game was even over. I go, yo, I'm hopping on this guy's fucking podcast because I can't even wait. It almost feels better than the Seahawks winning because, like, I'm just like, I'm pissed off, right? So
I view it as this. You got one of the big losses out of the way early. You played probably the most elite defense you're probably going to face in the entire year, in my opinion. And it gives you a lot of points to finish the season strong on. You know,
no, I think we're still gonna make the playoffs. But what I said,
Gino's pocket was collapsing like a prostitute coin purse buying crack.
Okay, I didn't know if you want that on your channel, but yeah, I saw that. Here's the thing: is this reminds me so much of the 2011 Seahawks. Is what I said. So before the season, I go, "Oh man, this is like the 2012 year. Everybody's young. The Seahawks secondary is elite." I'd say it's like the 2011 Seahawks, where the fucking offense can't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the defense is the only one keeping you in the game, and you can only keep them in the game for so long when, like, I brought 28 fucking rushing yards to 300.
The one thing that's inexcusable to me, like looking at the stats over here, if I was a Seahawks fan, don't get me wrong, I know the Ravens probably played a lot of, over high safety over DK, but bro, DK had 1 reception on 4 targets.
No, that's
4 targets.
Yeah, they shut him down.
Like, you got to give him more shots deep, bro. I don't even care. I'd throw it to him double covered as long as you throw the ball out of bounds.
But how about this? Okay, you got DK, but you also have Lockett. You also have Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Lockett, 3 catches, 8 targets. That's not good. That's not good.
Traveler said Seahawks and Bills, different conferences, same situation.
For real though. But of course the Bills got a better quarterback. But I would argue the Seahawks have the better wide receiver core and the better running back room.
No,
And the better O-line.
Seahawks have a better roster than the Bills.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing, time traveler. If you would have told me a year ago in 2022, what year is it? Yeah, in 2022,
Year ago, yep.
that the Bills and Seahawks have the same situation, I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Like, literally.
Yeah, so, hey, whatever. We're a mid-ass team right now.
I know. I'm trying to think how to fix the Seahawks. But, of course, because the trade deadline's already passed, dude, the only thing you can do is schematically and maybe get lucky signing an O-lineman that's, like, just... You know, sometimes that shit happens, but at least the thing is this. Jason Peters is still getting into shape.
No, fuck him.
I know, fuck him. You have to sign him off the street.
No, fuck him.
And his false starts or penalties are horrible, and like...
I'm hoping that Abraham Lucas is back really soon. Also, I'd like to mention something before we go to on. I see you have like 36 people in here.
Yep.
Got like 50 when I first came in. If you're not subscribed to Levi here, Darwin's Raven, because he's been having a shitload of people watching his videos with not a lot of subscribers, go ahead and click that fucking subscribe button. It would definitely help him out a lot, because I know he won't say it.
I know, it's heartbreaking to watch. Like, you know, I think at our height, we had like 180, 170 people in here. And then just as, you know, it dwindles down, I'm like, oh... But no matter what, there are also all those people are helping me because to get monetized, not only do you have to hit 500 to start, but you also have to like either have like 3,000 watch hours or.
Levi's not worried about monetization, just like me. We talked about this on the phone, so don't even bring that up. What we're worried about is we just want the outreach to be more.
Yep.
So if we can get Levi's outreach to be to more people by getting more subscribers, that will be totally good for him.
I'm going to tell you, though, if my channel disappears out of nowhere and you see no more football content from me, it's probably because I got a job as an NFL scout somewhere and I'm not allowed to say anything anymore.
No, it's probably just because he's an asshole and doesn't care about it.
That too? No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, good game, Joe. Sorry it ended the way it ended.
Fuck, dude. I expect us to lose, but not like that. 3 points. I mean... That was basically the fucking Ravens-Lions game is what it looked like. Am I wrong?
I mean, we exposed your left guard. We exposed him, basically. And, you know, you had clean pockets early, and then those clean pockets started disappearing towards the end of the game. That your O-lineman was just getting whooped on. And that's what kills me is like, but if y'all can keep that team together, draft a quarterback, draft some O-lineman next year, I'm just saying, Seahawks would have a Super Bowl-worthy team for a rookie quarterback next year. I'm just saying.
No, I think the Seahawks are going to have a Super Bowl-worthy team by the end of the year.
You know, if I was your scout, you would have ended up with Tyson Bagent, and you would have had a 200-yard, 2-touchdown thrower right now. I'm just saying. Just saying.
You got to have protection for that 200-yard, 2-touchdown thrower.
Hey, it's the Bears O-line. It's not much better.
Here's my thing is like, the Seahawks, I think we lose in the divisional game this year.
They gonna kill that boy in Buffalo. You're right, time traveler.
You know what? I don't think we're a bad team. I think the Ravens are kind of elite right now.
We are. I don't normally call us elite. We're elite right now.
Yeah. So, and I wouldn't have before this game. I was going, okay, it's gonna be a close game. I thought we were gonna lose. I'm not gonna lie. Going into this, I go, you know what? The Seahawks are gonna lose. But it's going to be a close game.
See, the thing is this. We've had the Chiefs. You know, usually when you're coaching, you say, hey, we have to beat our division. Whoever wins our division, you got to start by beating them. Like, so the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Bills, that's how they used to construct their rosters. Say, it doesn't matter how good of a roster we build unless we can beat the Patriots twice a year, essentially.
Mm-hmm. In the
so,
playoffs and in the regular season.
And so the Ravens, GM, Ozzie, and Eric DaCosta were kind of talking about a while ago. The Chiefs are the goal line. If you basically, you know this, the Chiefs are going to be there every year. If you can't beat the Chiefs, you're not going to go anywhere. And this team's made to beat the Chiefs.
And here's another thing. Time Traveler brought it up. He said, I'd say it's a toss-up between Kansas City and Baltimore. You know what? I would love to see Baltimore again in the Super Bowl. It's a wishful thinking, obviously, because you saw the Seahawks. They got their asses kicked. Let's not kid ourselves, but I think it would be a lot better matchup.
me see.
for sure. I think we'd figure out a way to protect Geno better. It's not going to happen, obviously. The Seahawks aren't going to make the Super Bowl. Baltimore might, if
I think it's our
Lamar can
year.
stay healthy. Um, but I'd definitely love to see it played again because I think you'd get a lot different outcome. Maybe not with the wins and losses perspective, but definitely for the gameplay perspective. I think the coaches are going to go into this game or come out of this game going into next game and going, okay, what all did we do wrong? Right? And then I think we're going to correct those issues. I know I'm not the guy to, I'm just a fan. So, yeah, I don't know.
I know. We'll have to. Fuck, that's what I was looking on my phone. I want to say maybe Thursday might be a good day this week. Let's see,
Fuck it.
Thursday. Yeah, Thursday probably a good day. Because I feel like this might be a schematic issue. Of course, like we talked about a little bit, upgrading your tight end position, I think definitely could have made a
But
big
here's
difference.
the thing. No, here's the thing.
Fant,
Is our tight end position
he's not
isn't
bad.
bad.
He's not bad.
It's not Fant. It's Parkinson too, and it's Disley. And you know what? I love this tight end room compared to when you had Jimmy Graham and nobody else. It's just
Oh yeah.
fuck me.
Jimmy Graham never had speed, but he had good box out ability and red zone threat.
And the
But
Seahawks never used it.
yeah, like Fant's a 4-5 guy. 2019 first round pick, I want to say it was.
19 or 18.
Yeah.
This is fifth year.
But just I don't know, man. I don't see that speed. I don't see the separation. Yeah, I don't see that 4-5 speed translated on tape. You know what I mean? And that's one of those ones where, like, we talk about the combine ain't sometimes real. Sometimes the speed that they're coached for doesn't translate to tape, and I feel like I see that on him. I could be wrong. Trade him.
Yeah.
Should have traded him. Go get my boy Hayden Hurst. Would have been a better tight end. What did it say? Undrafted rookie, whatever his name was. Oh, yeah, time traveler Keaton Mitchell. I'm telling you, I've been telling people about him. He's on my offensive draft special, and we need a resurgence in the run game, and I think that's him. Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Yeah, let's be honest. The Ravens kicked the shit out of the Seahawks today.
You know what sucks is Geno Stone's on a 1-year contract. So the interception leader of the NFL is on a 1-year contract, and I got to double check Keaton Mitchell since he's undrafted rookie free agent. He could be 1 to 2.
No, I think it's 3 years, if I'm not mistaken.
It is, yep. Technically, yeah. Keaton Mitchell is on 3 year. Yep. So we've got Keaton Mitchell who's shown great promise for the next 3 years, but we've got to do something about Geno Stone, technically.
Yeah, and we got to do something about fucking Geno Smith. But in a bad way.
I feel like, dude, it's a schematical issue. I really feel like it is. Or I don't know, man. I can't wait to watch the tape, to be honest with you, because I feel like we're going to unearth something.
I'm not going to lie. You need to bring up the points with me because I'm not going to rewatch this game, Levi.
Oh, no worries. I'll rewatch it. I'll rewatch it. Trust me, I'm going to watch every single snap, every single...
See, so there's only been 2 games this year that I haven't rewatched. I was fine rewatching the Bengals game even though we lost it. But rewatching this game and the Rams game, I was like, you know what? I don't even have the time and energy to fucking do that.
Yeah, whenever I've only done it a few times because it takes me usually so many hours to watch so little amount of tape on just very selected positions. But I know when I used to do it, what I do is I pull up the sky cam. I have to pull up 2 different camera angles and I put them on both my screens so I can watch the plays boom, 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 boom. So I'm always getting 2 angles, and then even still, then what takes me so long is I'm watching the step of the O lineman. Did they lead with the correct stepping foot? Did they follow through 1, 2, 3 in their step? Because every blocking play has different steps you're supposed to take depending on the style of the play, the direction of the play. Man, I get heavy into it. And that's why I want to be a scout, because if I could get paid to do this, it'd be lining up my dream with what I like to do in my free time, basically, and paying. But yeah, we'll get to the bottom of what's going on with the Seahawks, and because you've heard me a few times on stream, I don't like to complain about problems unless I'm going to present a solution.
Mm-hmm. And that's my thing. The offense just sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to tell you.
And that really is like, and it's not like there's not talent. You've got two good running backs.
That's a problem if they sucked. If like
You've got
let's
three
see,
number one wide receivers, essentially, in my opinion.
let's just say we had, I don't know, the Ravens receiving core. We'll stick with the Seahawks tight end group. The Bears offensive line. The Bills running backs. Like, no, this team is stacked when it comes
stacked. The only question I had at the beginning of the season, I think was with you, was a little bit on that O-line, essentially. You know, and you told me about another young wide receiver y'all had. I think you're wide receiver 4. So I was like, damn, I don't even need to go wider. Because, you know, I was like sitting there like looking if I was drafting for Seattle, what would I take? And like literally, I couldn't figure out like fucking anything really other than like, you know, depth. Like essentially, because there's so many good players. But if you could replace your O-line with Baltimore's O-line, I think y'all would almost be unbeaten this season, to be honest with you.
Really?
Like, Baltimore's got a good O-line.
One positive I did want to say, Boye Mafe, who I mentioned on Friday.
I know, right? Your boy Mafe showed up early.
Yeah, tied actually broke a Seahawks record today. That was his
really?
6th consecutive game with a sack.
Congrats, Mafe.
Yeah, you're about the only bright spot in the fucking game.
Oh, I know. I don't know if you were live with me, bro. Zay not only broke Witherspoon's ankles, but Cohen's ankles. Like, really bad. Like, Sports Center highlight almost. The first, he broke Devon Witherspoon's ankle in the red zone. Just cut back, and Devon, like, tried to cut back and literally just fell down. And then right after that play is where the illegal hands to the face came from Tariq Cohen or whatever. Or not Cohen, Woolen, sorry. And that was against Zay Flowers. Well, Zay basically went inside outside and he broke Woolen's ankle so bad that Woolen tried to snatch him and ended up grabbing his face mask. So Zay made him look bad.
There was one illegal hands to face call against the Seahawks on Trey Brown.
Yep.
That was a bullshit call.
That was one of the first ones, I think, actually.
Yeah, that was like one of the first penalties of the game. I'll admit the referees let him play today.
They did. That was a pretty solid game. Like, and then at the end of the game, I saw the stat. There was like 5 negative plays for each team. I was like, solid. Like,
it did not seem like there was that many penalties thrown, which was awesome as a Seahawks fan. Because you like get this shit over with as fast as possible. So, yeah.
But yeah, Time Traveler is a Kansas City fan that's in my chat. How do the Chiefs lose 24-9 against the Broncos? Dolphins put up 70 on the Broncos, and then Chiefs win against the Broncos. That's what it means to be week by week in the NFL. You're not wrong, my guy. Let's be honest. If Mahomes was a QB in Baltimore, the score would have been 50+ today. If you disagree, I throw the red flag. You know, I think it's just we ran our offense, and I think there was no difference between Mahomes and Jackson today. Meh at you, Time Traveler.
No, I'm going to be honest. I didn't think Lamar was like the X factor, so I don't think that's the issue.
Yep, it really wasn't, honestly.
I truly think, honestly, go back and watch it. I think it was the Seahawks offense. I mean, the time of possession was 41 minutes to 19.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's because you couldn't sustain a drive. Every time you got to a third and manageable, you either made a bad penalty or
just couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Got sacked. Yeah.
Yep. Like, I think Baltimore took a little bit out of the Cardinals playbook on that, to be honest. I think they went heavy coverages early. And then, of course, when you get to 3rd and 5, dude, you bring 6 or 7, put everyone on the goal to get line, basically. So, you know, even if they ran as fast as they could, they're barely able to break, 10 yards in 2 seconds if they're running like 40 style 40, basically. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way to create enough time. Like, it's just hard in the NFL now.
Yeah. I don't know. But
there'll be something. Yep, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go eat some chips and queso, to be honest with you guys.
Also, I'll see you Thursday. Thanks for having me.
Sorry yes, sir. No, thanks for coming on. News. No, what are we talking about, man, guy? Bear of what bad news? But thanks for coming on.
Bad news.
Oh, no, you didn't bear the bad news they did. We watched it live, trust me.
All right, see you later.
Later, my guy, and have a good weekend.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Bye. All right, guys. And with that, we appreciate anyone, everyone for joining us today. Of course, the Bears were not able to pull out the offset against the Saints, but my Ravens came away with a very clean win. For all those that joined us today, thank you so much for being a part of our stream today. This is your boy, Darwin's Raven, aka D-Rave, aka Levi, whatever you want to call me. And come back and join us next week for another exciting game where the Ravens are going to take on, let me double check here, I don't want to get this wrong, Miami. Ooh, we got a good game against Miami. But come check us out. And Time Traveler, thanks for hanging out with me so much. All the chats, I really appreciate you, my guy. Come back next week, okay?